fight the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white. For we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. The Magpies are a mighty club, we know, we know. We celebrated our Magpie Club, let's go, let's go. We'll win the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white. For we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white.
Oh, when the saints come Well, good afternoon and welcome to TIO Stadium in Darwin on beautiful Larrakia country for round 8 of the 2023-24 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League competition and today's game between St Mary's and the Palmerston Magpies. My name's Liz Cruz, and joining me in the commentary box, fresh off the footy ground herself, Tash Medbury. You caught your breath yet, Tash?
Yeah, I have, and unlucky for these fellas because the sun's out shining and it's pretty hot towards the end of our game. We had a bit of rain and the clouds, so it was quite nice, but not at the moment.
No, that sun has come out. We even had the lights on halfway through the women's game about an hour ago. Could you believe? It was dark and wet, but the sun is out. It'll be a nice hot afternoon here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. Well, the Magpies taking on St Mary's. Palmerston are having a bit of a hard season. They've got no wins on the board yet, but they are taking on one of the premiership contenders in St Mary's, who are having a good season. They're sitting in second. They find themselves 0.3% behind first place in the Darwin Buffaloes, so bottom of the ladder Maggies. So on paper, Tash, you would think that St Mary's are the favourite for this game.
Oh, for sure. And unfortunately for the Maggies, fortunately I should say that Philip Wills is back out there, which is a big inclusion. I know he's been runner, but just his talk and his leadership is much needed out there.
So we're about to get underway here at TIO Stadium in Darwin, and it looks like St Mary's are kicking to the Michael Long centre end, and Jake Toa in the ruck for St Mary's. Early clearance though to Palmerston through Lewis Smith, looking for a teammate in Barnett on the wing. Working around the St Mary's players, kicks it inside 50. Darcy Churgwin back there for St Mary's, drops the mark. Palmerston have a shot on goal, and you wouldn't believe it, Tash, but they've kicked the first goal of the game.
Yeah, good clearance as well, and the goal, I think, scored there by Adam Parry, that's moved up forward. Usually plays in the back line, but they've moved him forward, which is probably a good change by Joshy Heath that missed last week due to COVID, wasn't out there coaching, but back this week. And, when things aren't going your way, Liz, you've got to change some things up, and that looks like a good change already. Yeah,
immediately with a goal within the first 30 seconds of the game. And speaking of the Palmerston coach, Joshy Heath, it was his 40th birthday this week, so happy birthday to Joshy, a former St Mary's player taking on his old club today. So at the 1 minute mark of this opening quarter here at TIO Stadium in Darwin, it is the Magpies with the first goal on the board.
So back in the middle, Toa again in the ruck. It's waiting a long time to bounce this ball, and it's gone out, so they're going to call it back. So he's against H. So that's another change as well. So they're really changing things up, the Maggies, which is good. Throw people around, toss it up. Does this time. Tap down to Toa. But Maggies again might get the second clearance. So Hams need his leadership. Maggies just go inside the 50. Good body work there, but again, good front work there by St Mary's and the defender and Robinson. So boundary throw in, 50 around from the Maggies goal. So the first two clearances of the game.
Impressive start by the Magpies. They're up and about early. So the Magpies women just tried really hard against St Mary's, Tash. A credit to your girls today, taking on a stronger St Mary's, but a good game. So St Mary's now clearing it down the wing despite the pressure of Palmerston. Lant gets a big handball across to Kieran Parnell, who likewise handballs. A chain of handballs for St Mary's now, and it's Klasky sprinting away from the opposition. He takes one bounce, picks it back up, two bounces, and didn't quite come back up to it. He's fumbling away down there. The umpire's paid a free kick right back down in front of the grandstand in front of us in the commentary box now.
Yeah, to Hamsey. So someone's taken him right off the ball. That's 50 metres away.
100 metres away from where Jack Klasky was. So Jack Lant standing on the mark, and Palmerston with the free kick.
So Hamsey just looking inboard. Got Lampton now, he's going to go long. Does now. Patolo takes the mark. So quite interesting here for Palmerston. Tied second in the highest disposal efficiency at 73%. So that actually surprises me, that stat. Going back here on centre wing. Oh, good hands. That's Parry again.
Oh, he's on fire. He used to play for St Mary's, so might be up and about for today's game.
What's on? So not much to kick to. Now he just chips. Oh, taken front on. So the umpire, seen it. So free kick going the way of Barnett.
Yeah, Joel Garner running back with absolutely no eyes for the ball there. So Palmerston, Lewis Smith, he was busy in that first opening minute setting up the goal for Palmerston. Kicking it from just outside 50. Puts it on the right, sorry. Hits the goal square, punched through by St Mary's.
Too close to the goals. They need to either put it to the top of the square or have a shot. So just didn't give his forwards any options and was very easy there for St Mary's as they play on quickly. Robinson out wide. And it's cut off again here by the Maggies. That's Bennell. Bennell goes to Ashton Hams, a good user of the footy. That's why they love the ball in his hands. What was his eyes? Peach. It's in the ruck.
Just slowing it down and chipping it around, the Magpies.
Yeah, they had Lewis Smith on, but they're going to go the longer option. This is better at the top of the square. A lot of holding there at the back. Tolo takes the mark. Did he use his hands? No, the umpire said he protected his space. So in the goal square, directly in front, and they can get their second goal on the board.
Well, St Mary's have had none of the ball in this opening 4.5 minutes, and it's Palmerston having another shot on goal. They've had 2 already. This could be their second goal in the game for Josh Patullo.
4.5 minutes gone. The least amount of marks inside the forward, 50. So the Maggies, that's another stat for them. So good start. And, geez, he made the goal up by work, but he snuck it in. Patullo kicks his first goal, and the Maggies have their second on the board. So 2-1-7, should be 13-0.
Yeah, so Josh Patullo, he's had some experience playing for Sturt in the Sandful, so he's got some pretty good football credentials, and he has kicked the second goal for the Palmerston Magpies inside 5 minutes. St Mary's yet to win a centre clearance, Tash.
And the least amount of clearances this season as well to the Maggies. So, I mean, that's a good start, and Waylon Davies come on and into the middle. You see number 3 there already getting stuck into his opponent. He can't help himself, Waylon.
Yeah, Waylon, he's got some great footy genes. His mum's a Motlop and dad's a Davey, so he's got a bright future ahead of him down at boarding school in Melbourne. I think he's in year 11 or 12 this year. So back underway here in the middle, won easily by Palmerston there in Peach in the ruck. They're going backwards once again. Ashton Hams involved in everything. Kicks it back to Peach on the far wing. Runs around the player on the mark. Big inside 50 kick here. Darcy Churgwin in front for St Mary's, just smashing it down to a teammate. Quick chain of handballs out. Churgwin gets it back and puts it down the wing. Hits up teammate there in Cook, uncontested.
Cook goes forward, good defensive, but the umpire said it was over the shoulder. So the mark, free kick, to Calder down there. Looks to go inboard. Now just a 15-metre kick. Hits his target. Steltar. Into the corridor. They've got to jump. They don't. And the mark taken down there by, I think that's Korowa.
Yep, Korowa.
So just coming from the side, but you could see there was no one around him. And I know Lampton was undersized. He tried to get body on body, but just not enough talk in defence there for the Maggies. Although they probably don't really have anyone that could go with the big fella.
He's been impressive since joining the St Mary's this season. Originally from country Victoria. He'll kick it from about 40 metres out. It's a slow run up, puts it on the right, and the goal umpire does not move. So St Mary's with their first goal on the board at the 7-minute mark of the first quarter through Tex Korowa.
So you saw Klasky earlier trying to bounce the footy with the rain that we had. Needs to probably wait another quarter for the ground to actually harden up a bit, because the ball's really slippery from the rain that we had a little bit earlier.
Your game was a game of 2 halves. The first half was dark, stormy, and the lights were on, and the second half the sun came out. So that's classic Darwin weather.
You gotta love it. As soon as we went out, we marked up on each other after half time. We're like, here, and it just opened up the sun. You know, it was started cooking us. I tell you what, it's pretty hot. You can see Toa already here with the flannel on his head. So he's come off for a spell. And chopping out in the ruck with him is Conway, by the looks of it.
Well, we haven't seen Dylan Lant come into the game yet for St Mary's. He had a staggering 56 possessions.
Leather poisoning.
For St Mary's last weekend.
So the umpire go for the bounce. Haven't been too flash hot, these bounces. That one's a ripper. Peach gets there first. Waylon Davey tracking the footy. Played for the free kick there. The umpire wasn't having anything of it. Hams goes sliding at the ball. Come from side on, so he didn't give away the free kick at diving at the legs. Very clever there, Ashton Hams, but there's been a turnover. Oh, and another turnover, so that going the way of the Maggies. Davey now with the footy. Goes back. Chain of hand passes here. The big ruckman has it for the Maggies. Drives it long. Going to land on the top of the 50. Punch there by the St. Mary's defender. Heading to the boundary line was Cherwig. He started the game very well in the back line.
Yeah, Cherwin. Yeah, Darcy. His parents were flying up yesterday on a Virgin flight. Got an hour and a half from Melbourne, and they turned around and went back. So unfortunately, they're missing watching him live today. So shout out to Darcy's dad and stepmum watching from Geelong. Back underway here. St. Mary's now spinning out of trouble. Kick off the ground. Goes along through the centre corridor, and it's Ashton Hams once again picking it up. Boots it back inside 50 for Palmerston, the pack fly, and it's St. Mary's again. Cherwin undecided what to do there. Finally gets a handball away, but it's intercepted now by Barnett. Intercepted again by St. Mary's. Kick down the wing, and almost a huge mark there. I think that's Korowa again, who's pushed down the ground.
Yeah, he's got good hands for a big fella. And he pushed a long way down to make a contest of that, give his back line an option. So boundary throw in, just forward to centre wing here for the Maggies. He hasn't had a chop out in the ruck yet. Wilsey, kick away, but a quick kick. Mulholland there takes it on the bounce. Got a bit of X factor, does Mulholland. Kicks it into the corridor. Parry up high. The ball comes to ground. Who can get there first? It's going close to the boundary line here. It's got no help. Got to go back. Oh, good work there by St. Mary's, and the ball will trickle over just in front of, I think that was
Bernal again.
Yeah, Bernal.
I think. Yeah, and Lachlan Stenning doing some good work there for St. Mary's. So 10 minutes into the first quarter here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. You're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2023-24 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League season. Throw in, and it's Conway for St. Mary's who hits it down, and a pack has formed on the ground. Dylan Lant trying to get it out. Waylon Davey going in hard, looking at the umpire.
Yeah, where is the umpire?
I love his energy, Wayway.
There with Xavier Balajo too. I think they go to the same school, don't they?
I think Wayway's a bit younger. Xavier finished at Xavier College in Melbourne, so but good mates. Palmerston now inside 50, almost a mark to St. Mary's though, but Palmerston still pushing it forwards through Lewis Smith. Back now to the safe hands of Robinson for St. Mary's, but he goes across the face of goal. Kicking it out in front of him was Blake Cook.
Went to space there, that was the right option.
Picked up now by St. Mary's, and a handball backwards to Darcy Cherwin, who just lopes through the middle and kicks it into Korowa. Beautiful mark to Korowa. He plays on quickly inside 50 for St. Mary's, looking for Jackson Calder, but doesn't manage to pick it up. Bo Tedcastle there, spinning out of trouble. Jackson Calder bustling back through, trying to pick it up. They just cannot hold the ball at the moment, St. Mary's, and they're taken to ground. And Palmerston will come out with it.
And pushed in the back, but the umpire said that was in the kicking motion. So a turnover, St. Mary's with a shot on goal. And he's just missed. So 7 plays 13. Here we've gone 11 and a half minutes in the first quarter. Enrique Andrews will take the free kick. Or the kick in, I should say. So looks like he might come to the grandstand side. Or thought about it. Or kick in. It goes to Riley Lua. And his kick didn't hit the mark either, and they've put a bit of pressure under themselves and Bennell.
So frantic first 5 minutes of this game. It's just slowed down a little bit now, 12 minutes into the first quarter.
St. Mary's are ranked 3rd for inside 50s.
They've had some high-scoring games as Korowa goes over the back of that ruck tap. Palmerston now weaving out. Jacob Lampton puts it on the boot. Darcy Cherwin just leaves his player and takes a beautiful chest mark right in front of the St. Mary's interchange bench.
He read that like a book. He sprinted about 20 metres to take that mark uncontested.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. He's been great for St. Mary's this year after moving up from Geelong. He actually lives with me, Tash, so I know a little bit about him. But,
that's why you got the background info.
Yeah, he's winning awards every week. I actually don't get to all the St. Mary's games, but he's winning awards every week as St. Mary's go inside 50 now. Dylan Lant dropped the mark there, looked for the free kick but didn't get it, and Philip Wills. His kick just smothered there. Dylan Lant gets up. Little chip kick now. Finds his brother Jack. They do this every week I commentate. They just play kick to kick with each other. It's quite astounding to watch how the siblings find each other.
Well, Dylan Lant was out of the contest on the ground, but just that second effort to dive from the ground and smother the kick of Willsies that he ended up getting the footy back and chipped it over to his brother. He's
Yeah.
taken a long run up, about 20 metres this run up is.
He's a huge kick. He's not a tall man, but he's a huge kick, so he will get the distance. He just needs the accuracy. And he does it easy, and Jack Lant has put it through for St Mary's second goal of the game after receiving the kick from his brother Dylan, the captain this year. And I've said it earlier this year, I'm not sure how, but Dylan's taken his game to a whole new level this season after taking on the captaincy of St Mary's.
Yeah, absolute gun of a player, and he leads by example. I think it was against Waratahs when they were so far behind. He just took the game by the scruff of the neck and said, "Follow me, fellas," and he won it. So round 2, it was just an unbelievable game. The way that he captained the side, led it, and then kicked the goals to pretty much win them the game.
Yeah, completely agree that it was really changed the trajectory of their season. If they'd lost, they would have been 0-2, but they made a big comeback. So the scores are level, 2-1-13 apiece at the 14.5-minute mark of the first quarter.
So back in the middle, Power's come on. Big Ben Power. It's terrible. The umpire's got to bring it back, and the centres are just so hard at the moment that every game we pretty much call every week, unfortunately for the umpires, about 50% of their bounces are succeeding. So they're just going to toss it up. So it goes early. Power gets the tap down. All coming in hard. Umpire said play on. I thought that was a little high. Lewis kicks it in. Bigwin couldn't take that mark, but again, that second effort from the ground ball. In one of the stats, it's got that they ranked 4th for ground ball gets, and you can see why. Quick kick forward to centre wing. Again, uncontested mark. Getting there a bit late was Mulholland. And just a lovely delivery into the big forward, of course, in Calder. And that was a beautiful kick. Well weighted, well read. And he takes the mark, 45-degree angle. He'll kick it from about 48. The man on the mark is about 40 from goal. And the flags aren't moving too much at the moment. It's pretty hot out there.
Well,
right
he
behind him.
Kicked 5 goals last week, Jackson Calder. St Mary's having a big win. He'll kick it from just inside 50.
He comes in, drills it. The goal umpire does not move, straight over the head, and that's his first of the game, and St Mary's have their third, which puts him in front now by that goal. So good work, but again, they switch the play, come to the open side, and then hit the big forward on the chest, and just a little bit of running repairs back there for the Palmerston defender that dived at him. Doesn't look good. He's getting a bit wrapped up there, his elbow. I think that is Brodie Rudd.
We've got a lot of new players this season at Palmerston, which is good to see, but it is St Mary's who've hit the lead for the first time this game. 16.5 minutes into the first quarter, St Mary's 3-1-19, Magpies 2-1-13.
Let's see what the umpy does this time. He'll bounce it or throw it up. No, it's going to throw it up. So Peach go at it. Tap down, but here's the clearance now. So St Mary's now are getting the clearances. A big leap. Korowa takes the mark. Oh, he sat on Willsie's back there. He leaped from a long way back, and he held his position and took a great mark. So directly in front. He'll kick it from about 35. Big chop out ruckman. So Korowa already has one. This is to put St Mary's further in front, considering Magpies kicked the first 2 goals of the game, had about the first 4 or 5 clearances of the game. It's all swung the way of St Mary's now. Korowa makes a goal, umpire work, and he's missed that one. So a gettable goal, that one.
Yeah, another miss on the board for St Mary's, but it's been a high-scoring opening quarter.
Oh, poor kick. Under pressure here, the Maggies. And clearing it out. Couldn't take the mark out there. But butters up well. Dangerous kick. Nell read it well as well. All taken high. The umpire looked like he was blindsided, but He's called it, so free kick going the way of the Maggies.
Yeah, Kieran Parnell just handing the ball back to the Magpies there. So they're in the centre square, and it's Levi Grigg who'll kick it across for the Magpies.
Oh.
Flying for the mark there was St Mary's, but Palmerston turn it over. Lovely little chip kick. Just trying to pick up which player that was. Going inside 50 now, but chopped off in defence by Zach Robinson. Some beautiful defence. He switches it out wide, finding his teammate now in Bertrand for St Mary's. Gives the handball off to Stenning, and he's looking for Kieran Parnell, but the ball just goes over the top of his head and across the line right in front of the Palmerston bench.
It's his sister that plays for St Mary's.
Yeah,
Kiralee. Game.
Yeah, she's only 17, 18, Kiralee, so
Yeah,
vice-captain of the club. But, family well represented. There's actually 6 kids, but only 2 of them play footy. They're both in the Premier League for St Mary's. Toa going up now in the ruck against Peach. Good contest, that. Palmerston clearing it out now through Barnett, hitting up a teammate in the centre circle.
So Lua has it, just chips it over. Kept running there was Lewis Smith. Now he's got himself into trouble. Goes long, asking a lot of Justin Taylor. He got caught behind. And an intercept mark there by Stenning. Stenning, not a good kick, but enough time and space for his teammate. Korowa again pushing up high. Plays on now, just chips it. Ooh, coming late there was Waylon Davey. Off his mark. The umpire should have called that play on there. Zach Robinson. Goes in, getting there late is Lampton. He got there, he spoilt
Jack
mark.
Klusky it is, Jack Klusky for
And
St
the
Mary's.
umpires found a high, was going to play advantage, and now it's going to come back to Klusky.
Yeah, Klusky back for St Mary's this season. He had last season off, but played in a premiership the year before that. Good friends with Kieran Parnell from down in Adelaide, where they went to school together. So his kick in has found Jack Lant. So he's already kicked 1 this game, and as we know, he's a huge kick.
Yeah, Klusky had a good game against Pint a couple of weeks ago. I think that was his first game back for this season, and he ran him up over there.
Yeah, he's played a fair bit of Sandful footy, and there's a number of them out there today that have come from the Sandful. So a very good player. So Jack Lant now running in. Big kick, but that's gone away to the right.
Yeah, a few wasted opportunities here. Noted goal kicker Jack Lant. Coral will miss one from directly in front as well. So Jack Klusky, Glenelg. Yeah, he's a good player. I remember the grand final. He ran a mark.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was seasons ago. I remember interviewing him after the game.
Two
nice fella as well.
Yep.
Well spoken.
Yeah, he stays with the Parnells when he comes up to Darwin, so he's unofficially a Parnell. That makes 3 of them playing today.
I met his sister at my cousin's wedding last year in Adelaide Hills.
So Palmerston now working it out of defence with a short chain of kicks. They're just going to go back in. It's a little bit dangerous if they miss kick. Now the kick comes out of 50, looking for a teammate, but chopped off there by Brown for St Mary's. Gives it off to Darcy Churgwin, who sends it back inside 50 for Saints, but a big punch away by Rudd for Palmerston. But St Mary's
it through Jack Lant
with the goal through Jack Lant.
So no, I think
no
touch. They must have called that touched. I thought that was a goal. So quick play on. So Lewis Smith takes the mark. Waylon Davies moving for him. Chip kick, but under pressure. Good hands there, Waylon. Go back, mate. That's it. He's going to play on there, but just under a bit of pressure.
2 number 3s, former schoolmates, Vallejo and Waylon Davey.
And Lewis Smith goes across to Lampton. Couldn't take the mark. It was at his ankles. Goes long now. Nell read that well, but a good one-on-one match up there. Both go to ground, dragged it in. The umpire said that was in the back. The free kick going the way of St Mary's. Plays on quickly. Brings it in. There's Korowa again.
Oh, good hand.
He is giving them a nightmare down there, and we haven't even finished the first quarter.
Yeah, he's from the Wimmera League originally, I think, but spent a bit of time on Werribee's list in the VFL. So he's got some pretty good footy raps and really enjoying his football for St Mary's this season. His partner plays in the women's reserves team, Beck. So, really enjoying it.
So he's kicked 1 goal, missed a gettable one from in front, was about 25 metres out. This time, can he go back and kick St Mary's 4th? We've gone nearly 22 minutes in this first quarter. Interesting run up there. Looks good off the boot. The goal umpire does not move, and that's through the big sticks. He's got his 2nd on the board, and he's got St Mary's 4th. Good kick there by the big forward. He's not so much chopping out the ruck this week. It looks like he's playing as a permanent forward down there with Calder.
Yeah, he is. So as we said, he's got a bit of a football resume and made his debut for round 2 against Waratahs. He's already kicked 7 goals in 3 games in the NTFL, but he's scored 365 goals in 150 games playing for Croydon Football Netball Club in the Hampton Football League, and also played VFL for North Ballarat. So a bit of a journeyman in football, but enjoying his footy at St Mary's this season. So the 23.5-minute mark of the first quarter, it is St Mary's 4-4-28, leading the Magpies 2-1-13.
So Peach, his Hams, gets the ball to Lewis Smith. Done well. Waylon Davey got rid of his opponent. The umpire let it go. So kick towards a boundary. Good work here by St Mary's. Kick up one-on-one. Good fist in there by the Maggies. Justin Taylor goes and hits the pack. Gets it back there to Lewis Smith. He started this game really well. Grigg had a really good last quarter last week, Grigg, to finish it off. Waylon Davey goes in hard, showing a bit of bump and pressure out there, which is what they need. Going in there's Justin Taylor as well. They're all taken high. They nearly got his head ripped off. Just trying to show a bit of aggression there, the Maggies. I like it, but as long as it's within the rules. So free kick going the way here of Bertrand.
Yeah, working backwards now to Darcy Churgwin, who's going to switch to the other side through Robinson. Still inside the 50 though. Defensive 50 for St Mary's. He kicks it out and clears it. Looks like Harrison Ling on the wing there. Kick to Blake Cook.
No,
but
they had the overlap there, and unfortunately couldn't hit him.
Just
they were on
him. The little legs of Blake Cook there beat him to the line. He's a tough little nugget, Cookie. So 25-minute mark of the first quarter. A 15-point lead to St Mary's. Throw in on the wing. Palmerston just taking it out of the ruck through Peach. He misses the hands of his teammate. There's been a free kick paid off the ball. Looks like it's going to go to St Mary's.
They've got the most free kicks for as well.
St Mary's.
Yeah, the listeners will agree with that. You know, they're always saying St Mary's get the free kicks. That's an example. Good stat. Cora
flies, but can't take the mark, and it's Klusky again. Just picks it up, puts it on the right. Gone through for a goal. Oh, Ted Castle in the 33.
Oh, what a pickup. What a goal.
Apologies to Bo. What an exciting goal to Bo Tedcastle, his first of the game.
Love seeing him play up here, but needs to be on a list somewhere. I just love the way he goes about his footy.
Well, he did go down during the year to spend some time on the Richmond VFL list and was living with Xavier Clark, but he's back up in Darwin now and playing some good footy for St Mary's. He's only about...
He's not very old.
19, 20, and I'm pretty sure this is about his 4th season of seniors, so he debuted at a very young age. So 26-minute mark of the first quarter, and it is St Mary's with the lead. 5-4-34. Palmerston Magpies kick the opening 2 goals, 2-1-13.
Yeah, second highest scores per inside 50 percentage, 55%, which is why they're, what are they, second on the ladder now?
Yeah, they are. So the siren has gone to finish this first quarter, and it was a high-scoring quarter. 9 shots, scoring shots to St Mary's, 3 to Palmerston Magpies, and it's St Mary's with a 21-point lead. We'll go to the quarter-time break and be back for the second quarter after these messages.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Process. And a bit of constructive talk. I know it's hard, we've been all from the same footy club, but we've come together for this. Show that passion in the MC Guernsey, get in their face.
Here at TIO Stadium in Darwin.
Played their hearts out, and obviously it's not what we play 6-6-6 and 7 on the bench, so it was a little bit different. But you know what, we can't ask for anything more. The girls put their bodies on the line, and they went in and they went hard, and some of it was unrewarded, but that's footy.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium for the second quarter of this Round 8 Men's Premier League game between the Palmerston Magpies and St Mary's. They kicked the opening 2 goals, the Magpies, but St Mary's came back and ran over the top of them. The quarter-time score, 5-4-34 to the Magpies, 2-1-13. Tash, how did you see that first quarter?
Yeah, they started with the excitement and the first, I think it was the 4 clearances as well that the Maggies got, but then St Mary's sort of got a hold of the game, and the last 10 minutes of that first quarter was all the way of St Mary's, and probably out of those 4 behinds, there should have been 3 goals. So they should probably be 6 goals up. So if the Maggies can also start this quarter like they did the first quarter, but unfortunately in the past games, it seems to be that after the first quarter they really lose their momentum. So St Mary's here with the first clearance. Calder makes a pass for his teammate. There's Jack Lant, couldn't go with it. Rudd has it now. So doing well, the big fella back there. Klusky dances around one, manages to get his boot to ball, and by himself was the St Mary's player, and that's Bertrand, and he kicks the goal, first goal of this quarter within 25 seconds. So that is not a good sign to the Maggies, and they've got their 6 on the board. He's got his first new player to St Mary's.
Yeah, Chad Bertrand kicking his first goal of the game. So similar to the first quarter, the first goal kicked inside the opening 30 seconds of the game. So St Mary's, they've got a bit of a new look team this season. So there's a number of new players, and they're gelling really well together.
It's funny, you're a St Mary's girl, I'm a Maggie's girl. We're both here with a lot of new players that we're like, oh yeah, usually we'd know everyone background in both teams, but it is transitioning a lot, the NTFL up here. So back in the middle, good work, Power. It goes in again, but the umpire's found a free kick. It's going the way of St Mary's. So Dylan Lant had a quiet first quarter after breaking the possessions last week. His kick is cut off there by the big ruckman. You don't see his kicks cut off very often. Maggies go forward. It's going to bounce just inside the 50, and well read back there by Zach Robinson with the clearing kick, and hits his teammate. Was that Klusky? No. Diving for the mark out there. Good mark it was too. Here's Lant getting involved now, trying to hit Calder. Takes it on the bounce. Works his opponent inside out. Chip kick forward. Andrews couldn't take it. Coral was there as well. Picks up the footy now. Jack Lant was getting held without the footy. The umpire didn't see it. Ashton Hams will have it and clears it here for the Maggies, and he doesn't because it's intercepted. Parnell's all by himself. St Mary's play on. Puts it up, looking for Calder. Gets rid of his opponent, and Rudd in there with a big fist and hits it towards the boundary line and tracking it there, but the St Mary's keep it in. Bertrand does for Parnell. Parnell with a chip kick, and they'll just slow things down here. St Mary's, and Seth Harris has the footy.
Yeah, unselfish there by Kieran Parnell. He could have gone for goal, but given it back to Seth Harris. I think Seth got a Rising Star nomination in round 2 or 3, so having a good season for St Mary's, and he was in the top 5 possession getters for Saints last weekend with 22 disposals. Less than half of Dylan Lant's 56, but still a good effort. So Seth Harris on the right. Geez, a
helicopter
floater, that kick, and it's gone out of bounds on the full up the Pint Club end. So Palmerston will kick it in through Ashton Hams, who's racking up the possessions in today's game.
That was the traditional helicopter kick, that one.
Looks like one of my kicks.
Oh, quick kick in by Hams. Finds Power. He played really well last week, the big fella. Ben Power goes to Andrews, and cut off again by Harris. Andrews needed to go for that footy. He waited for it. Dylan Lant just outside the forward 50. So just held up. Gwyn was running past, trying to get the hands. Lant plays on now. They were asleep to it. Has a shot from just on 50, and he's drilled it, the captain. And just falling asleep there, the Maggies players. He loves to play on, and he quickly did when he had a little bit of time and space, and he drilled that from the paint of 50. Well done, the captain. And St Mary's have kicked their second of this quarter, and now they break away to 7-4 to 2-1.
Yeah, beautiful left foot of Dylan Lant. He knew what he wanted to do then, and he just went back, swung around, and kicked a goal. So 4 minutes into the second quarter, St Mary's have extended the lead. They've kicked two early goals, and it might be a pretty high-scoring game, I think, today, Tash.
Yeah, it's unfortunate here for the Maggies, but St Mary's will just keep working and Just hopefully this doesn't end up in a big blowout here.
Speaking of Chad Bertrand, he was the Rising Star winner last week in round 7, so having a couple of good games for St Mary's. But it is Palmerston that take it out of the middle through Lewis Smith. Big kick inside 50, and St Mary's punch it to the safety of the boundary line through Robinson.
Yeah, they've got less total hit-outs than Palmerston St Mary's, which is a really interesting stat. But the stats that Joshy Heath wouldn't like to hear is they're the second least amount of tackles, least amount of 1%ers, and the third least amount of spoils.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they're doing well in the ruck today, though, hitting it down to the ground. Back danger here. Parry puts it on the left. Going to go across the face of goal, and Waylon Davey has taken a chest mark, and he loves this stuff. He's on an angle. He thinks he's Eddie Betts some days. He'll spin around.
Here we go.
I'm going to put my money on Way to kick this. He's a rare talent, this kid.
Loves kicking around the corner.
They've practiced this, the kids.
Yeah, been kicking this since he was about 2 in the backyard.
Of course he kicked it. Waylon Davey with a goal for Palmerston, their first one of the second quarter.
Yeah, just read the flight of the footy and Parry there. And again, he kicked the first goal of the game. Looked like he got one nearly a second in the first quarter as well, but didn't. But he's been pretty crucial down there, Parry. Usually the back line play, but they've chucked him down the forward line this week.
Well, he's made an immediate impact in front of goals in both of these quarters. And Waylon Davey, he's a up-and-coming star. He's down at boarding school at Xavier, but born and bred Territorian. His mum, Lauren Motlop's a star for the Pints Women's Footy Club and used to play for Wanderers, and Dad, Russie Davey, for the Magpies of the famous Davey family. So it's always a family affair for the Magpies with the Davies. There's a million of them around on a match day. Back underway now, and it's St Mary's who get that first clearance. Big Jake Toa sends it inside 50. He's looking for Corowa. Goes straight through. There's been a free kick paid, and it is going to go to Tex Corowa.
There was a slight jumper pull there, but then that's a report. I think the book is coming out on Lambton.
Yep, against Lachlan Stenning.
I think Jack. No, I think it's Jack Lant.
Jack Lant holding his mouth. Might have copped one.
So who's going to end up getting the free kick? Is it going to stay where it is, the free kick on Corowa, or is Lant going to get it? And if Jack Lant gets his way, I reckon he might end up with it, because it was after the free kick was awarded. So no, they're going to let Corowa take his kick. That's interesting, because it was after the free kick was awarded, so I thought that would have gone to Lant.
So we still don't know who's reported, but it's St Mary's with the free kick in the hands of Tex Corowa.
No, it was Jake and Lambton.
He was reported.
Yeah.
Yep, so he'll have a shot on goal straight in front from about 25 metres out.
He missed one from here in the first quarter. He's kicked to the big fella. And he's made the goal umpire work, but he's kicked his third. St Mary's kick away once again.
So 2 in the first quarter for Tex Corowa and 1 in the second. I googled his name this week, Tash, surname, to make sure I was pronouncing it properly. It's a Maori surname, and I don't think I have, so apologies to Tex. But Corowa. And it's 3 goals for him in the first half already. We're only at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. St Mary's 8-4-52, leading the Magpies 3-1-19. That margin continues to blow out in St Mary's favour.
St Mary's at the second highest goal accuracy percentage as well. And I mean, Corowa, I think, was brought in to be a chop-out ruckman, but he's actually being the full forward, which allows Calder to play further up the ground, like at half forward, which I think he's better playing half forward. He's got a lovely kick. And so they've worked on their forward line structure there, and with Klusky in there as well.
They both kicked 5 last week, Corowa and Calder. So St Mary's with another clearance now, sending it deep inside 50, looking for Calder, as we said. But Jack Klusky just pouncing on the ball. Swings around, kicks it inside, outside it goes, over the back. St Mary's pick it up. Bo Tedcastle loves that shot on goal, but that one has missed. So another behind for St Mary's. I think, did I say Ted Bowcastle? Bo Tedcastle. Sorry, Bo. Getting my words upside down today. So Palmerston bringing it in.
So Hamsy's gone down back now. I was wondering when that change would be made. They're under the pump there, the back 6 of Palmerston, going to Patolo. Good mark as well, the big fella. Around about 50 metres to get over there. Looks inboard. Just a chip kick sideways to that man, Hamsey. So he's going to go sideways as well. That's Lewis Smith there. Goes long, looking for parry. It's close to the boundary line. I think it's gone over the boundary line on the full. Unfortunate there. So Will Robinson with the free kick. They're on here, St Mary's. They've got the overlap. There's the handball. Dropped the footy, put himself under a bit of pressure, but dances around his opponent. Then drives it into the corridor. Hit Klusky on the chest, couldn't take it. Then he ran past the footy, dropped the footy. The umpire, that was either high, it was around the neck, or dropping the footy, is holding the ball. Back to Hamsey. Hamsey with the clearing kick. Outnumbered here. Not hit his head, the umpire has played advantage here. Everyone had stopped, so the Maggies. Third bounce. Lewis Smith, 70 metres out, puts it in front of Waylon Davey, and just not to his advantage there, and a good punch away by Stenning. And over the boundary line for a boundary throw, and deep in the right forward pocket here for the Maggies. I think just with the height difference there, probably the delivery inside to Waylon Davey wasn't to his advantage.
Yeah, it needs to be on the chest out in front to Wayway. He's giving away a bit of height there with Stenning, but the positive for Palmerston that it is in their forward line, and it's only about 30 metres from goal. The throw-in comes in, goes to ground in front of Patullo again for the Magpies, who's working hard. Quick handball out by Dylan Lant, gets it to a teammate in Ling, spins out of trouble, and another chain of handballs there. Goes back to Dylan Lant, sidesteps his opposition and puts it on the left.
Oh, good.
Finds Big Stick Horror, picks it up as his feet and gets it out to Brown. Brown now to Klusky. Klusky puts it straight on the boot, and it's inside 50 already for St Mary's. The runner there in Offermans, he's met by the Palmerston player in Matiazzo, and it's gone across the line.
Yeah, well done by Rudd there. He left Calder to go over and help his teammate and to try and get that ball over the boundary line for a stoppage, and it worked there, but well done to Rudd for the Palmerston Magpies there.
Yeah, St Mary's were on and they stopped the run. The throw in now up the St Mary's end inside 50. Palmerston trying to spin out of trouble there through Dowsett, but he's brought to ground. The umpire says it was a throw, and a free kick will go to St Mary's. Bo Tedcastle coming out of it.
Trying to claim it there.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to claim it, but it was Jack Klusky. Spins, kicks across to his best mate in Kieran Parnell in the number 5 on the opposite wing. Pretty much the same distance, so I think he must want Kizza to get a goal. The Wiz, as they call him at St Mary's. He's normally a defender.
Yeah, should have played a lot more games. He's been injury ravaged, unfortunately. Such a good player as well.
I think this is his second game this season after shoulder surgery in the off-season. Parnell puts it on the boot.
Lovely kick.
And that's a beautiful goal to Kieran Parnell, so we'll mark him down for a goal in the second quarter. And St Mary's, a 9th of the day, 9-5-59, leading the Magpies 3-1, 19, a 40-point margin.
Yeah, not looking good here for the Maggies. I know they got one goal in this quarter, which is a positive for them, but St Mary's, once they get forward, just too hard to defend. And like I said, I like the work of Rudd when he left his opponent, which is called a very dangerous player, just to make the stoppage, but unfortunately it resulted in a goal anyway.
I was talking to Kieran's dad, Sean, in between the women's and the men's game, because he's been here since 1:30 like me, so watching the women's game, Kirralie, and then watching Kieran, so big day at the footy for the Parnells.
Good to see Nikita. She played the last game as well. She's out there running water.
Yeah. So St Mary's wearing black armbands today. Had a very tragic loss this week in the Gardner Dunn family, so our thoughts with them. Palmerston now taking it out of the middle. Getting it almost inside 50. JT, Justin Turner, leading there. Spins around and gets it inside 50, but some good defence by Zach Robinson of St Mary's. Brown picks it up. I thought I heard a whistle, but Churgwin gets the handball through traffic. Robinson back to Churgwin, another handball. They're certainly playing a handball game today. Jack Klusky spins around to the safety of Seth Harris on the wing. Plays on quickly and puts it out in front of Ling. Works it backwards to Kieran Parnell, who just takes his time. Huge kick inside 50 looking for Jackson Calder. Misses everyone. Dylan Lance got it. He puts it high up and under. It's going to go across the face of goal and go out of bounds.
You don't see that very often, just a missed kick from Dylan Land.
Yeah.
I think he's got a sore leg from last week because he kicked the ball too many times.
He had to go to the doctor this week for leather poisoning. That's an old dad joke, isn't it? So
good opportunity here deep in the forward pocket here for St. Mary's. They need to man up here, Palmerston, and taken away Andrews, but his kick was smothered. Picked up by Madiazzo. Tries to put on the fen here, Harris, and then just goes inboard to Klasky all by himself. And this is where Magpies, they all got caught at the stoppage. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And there were 4 St. Mary's all by themselves. 3 that he could have picked anyone then. And Jack Klasky came up with it. Yeah, 100% right there, Tash. Just got caught ball watching and into the contest there. And as soon as it come out, they were outnumbered. So just need to be aware of that, the Maggies. It's happened a couple of times already in this game. And Klasky hasn't kicked a goal yet. Looking for St. Mary's 10th goal. Looking for their 5th of this quarter. And I think he's just sprayed that to the near side, so through for a minor score. 60 plays 19. We've gone 15 minutes. Palmerston bringing it in again through Ashton Hams. He's the general down there in the back line for them. Safe hands now of Riley Boyle. Boyle just looking down the field. Spots up a free player, and the player had turned and gone, Declan Barnett, before he marked it. So luckily for him, Bennell was behind him. They go back now. Still inside St. Mary's 50, and now in with the spoil for St. Mary's was Joel Garner. Their handball now, Harris to Dylan Lant. Dylan Lant, a small handball there. Gives it to a teammate. Snap. And has kicked a goal. Just trying to pick up. I reckon that's Ted Castle again. The player. The snap. He's very good accuracy, those snaps there. And the young fellas practice it all the time, as you spoke about with Waylon Davey. But as soon as he knew where he was, he knew where the goals were and had a snap straight away. Didn't even look inboard. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Ted Castle or Seth Harris, but a goal to St. Mary's. I'll have to go and check with the timekeepers at half-time. So we haven't got the luxury of the replay today. But another goal for St. Mary's. So the score now at the 16.5-minute mark of the second quarter. St. Mary's 10-6, 66 to the Magpies 3-1-19. We're going to mark it to Bo Ted Castle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him, and then he just got a drink and they congratulated him. So good watching there, Tash. So St. Mary's have kicked 5 goals this quarter, so coming up to the 17-minute mark. So Power wins the tap, but chain of hand passes again. Klasky's moved into the midfield, has a bounce, and then just puts it in front of Dylan Lant. Not much Mulholland could do about that. It just came in too easy from the midfield there, and as a defender, it's a nightmare when the ball comes in like that, and when you've got Dylan Lant playing in the forward 50. So 34 kicks and 22 handballs to Dylan Lant last week, which adds up to 56 disposals, and he kicked 2 goals. So we'll be watching the vote count at the end of the season to see if he got the 3 votes in the Nichols medal. If he doesn't get that, there's going to be uproar. But Lant already kicked a goal in the second quarter. Comes in, he'll kick it from about 45-degree angle. Slight breeze, and he just placed it beautifully for that breeze, and he's kicked his second, and St. Mary's have their 11th for the game. They're kicking away here from the Palmerston Magpies, and as he trots back to the midfield. So it's what I love when you're a dangerous player. I love, instead of bringing him off the field, let them rotate through the midfield. I just think when you're such a quality player and your team, and I mean, they're well in front, but just they're going through their same routine and rotations and structures as if they play anyone. And I love that about teams as well, is that you don't change too many things because you're playing, the bottom of the ladder. You keep your structures, you keep your routines the same, and that's exactly what St. Mary's are doing. So a goal to Dylan Lant for St. Mary's, and that score is 11-6-72 to the Palmerston Magpies 3-1-19. Dylan Lant coming off 56 possessions, 56 disposals last week. Out of the ruck now, Seth Harris running onto it for St. Mary's. He gets slung, and both of the players appealing for the kick. Waylon Davey there gets the handball back. He sends it long. He sends it through the middle, but it's all St. Mary's back there. There's been a free kick paid off the play. Just trying to work out what that is. Yeah, I think Waylon got hit a bit late. So it's going to go to Palmerston. So Parry with the free kick. Waiting for Patolo. Then puts it up and just hung lovely there, and the umpire thought was pointing the other way there for a minute, but Patolo took the mark. So he's already kicked one in the first quarter. Very tight angle, this one. And just with a very slight breeze, he needs to aim for the furthest goalpost, let the breeze bring it around. That's a tough pocket to kick from the big fella down that end. The Magpies desperately need this goal. We've gone nearly 19 and a half minutes in the second. Comes in now. And he just went too far across the face. JT takes the mark. He used his body well. He was fourth in line there, and he's usually good at snapping as well, JT, he's known as. So, Justin Taylor.
Yeah, he came through the juniors, Justin, and he's played a bit of juniors for Waratah and Darwin as well, but been at Palmerston Magpies for a while now.
Yeah, rates himself as a dancer as well, does JT, and he snaps it, and he's just missed it. So I probably needed to take a little bit more time there, JT.
I've seen lots of videos from Palmerston Magpies. I think you all think you can dance. Rusty Davey would be number one up there. So bringing it in now, Dylan Lant for St Mary's. Finds a teammate in Blake Cook. They're going to work it down now, and a mark on the wing to Robinson underneath the scoreboard. Turns around, looks down the field, and caught behind the play was Bodie Souter, I think it was, but picked up now by Jack Lanny. Gets around his player easily, puts it on the right, finds a teammate there out the wing on Offermans. In front of the St Mary's clubhouse, Offermans on the right, looks inboard for Jackson Calder, gets pushed off the ball. Klasky now spins around, and Korowa in the goal square, just goes over the top of him and hits the point post, so it'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, good body work there by the backman for Palmerston. Just waiting for him to turn around. I think it was Dowsett. Used his body well on the big full forward. Oh, Korowa just took it too easily and has a snap, and he's taken it out of the ruck, and he's kicked his fourth. Just too easy there, too strong. Got rid of Ben Powell, and that's not easy. He's a big fella himself, but Korowa just took it out of the ruck in a snap and went through the big stick. So he's got his fourth, 2 in the first quarter, now 2 in the second quarter. And again, St Mary's have kicked their 12-6, 78 to 3-2-20. We've got a 58-point lead here to St Mary's, and it's getting close. We're in red time on now in the second quarter.
Yeah, St Mary's just working their rotations. Bo Tedcastle coming on for Chad Bertrand, likewise for Palmerston. Lewis Smith running on now into the midfield, and coach Joshy Heath working the bench down there. The coach for St Mary's, Anthony Vallejo, he usually likes to sit up in the box with his assistants. So different coaching techniques, different coaching styles, but Josh and Chopper would both know each other from St Mary's days. Back in the ruck.
Did he play run a premiership?
Yep, for St Mary's. Yeah, Joshy did. So the ball going into St Mary's goal square now. Jackson Calder chasing the Palmerston defender. It's kicked to the boundary, and that's a beautiful one-handed mark there. I think it's Bo Tedcastle.
Yep. Tedcastle again.
He's had a haircut and he's confusing me today.
He took that on Mariazzo there. Just casually put the one hand out, and it stuck.
So Bo Tedcastle from inside 50, hard up against the boundary line. We'll have this shot on goal.
I rate him from here as well. I don't want to give him the commentator's curse, but I've seen him kick ones from here before.
Puts it on the right. It's going to, just miss to the right as well. It was a low kick, Tash.
He had the accuracy, just needed to aim a little bit more to the far goalpost there with that breeze coming, and would have brought it around.
Jake and Lampton now to bring it in for Palmerston at the almost the 23-minute mark of this second quarter. It gives it to the safe hands of Barnett.
Yeah, they're all man on man here, so no real structure set up. They just go man on man here, St Mary's, and there's the spoil, and they're happy just to create a stoppage, which they have. So usually last week we've seen Waratahs. I took a picture of one of their structures for kickouts, one of the best that I've seen, and it was so hard for Maggies to break that structure of the kick out, but this one, St Mary's are going man on man.
So the throw in on the far wing, tapped over the back to Jack Lant, big kick inside 50. Cora was there, it goes over the top of him. Magpies trying to clear it out, but the handball is chopped off. The St Mary's player is wrapped up, but looks like Klasky trying to pick it up. Jake and Lampton crashing in. Cora again! He's kicked it into the post. He would have kicked his 5th goal if he'd kicked that, but into the post for Big Tex Corowa.
Yeah, and they give it to Hams. And just a shout out there to young Riley Lua, number 4 for the Maggies. He's,
is that Troy's son?
Yeah, it is Lua's son, and he's doing his best down there against a really hard and bigger units down there, but he hasn't dropped his head and he's going at everything, the young fella.
Yeah, Troy Lua, a stalwart at the Palmerston Magpies. A great mark there, though, coming in was Mull Holland with the ponytail for the Magpies.
Yeah, got a bit of X factor to him. Parry needed to go harder at that. He didn't, but it comes to the back. Getting there first was Agnew, but Robinson got his handball away. Burnell puts it to JT in space, and that come off the knee.
Stenning and Justin Taylor.
Of Stenning, but the umpire, it was above the knee, so boundary throw-in. Just forward of the interchange gates here for the Maggies, heading on 24 and a half minutes.
So Phillip Wills is matched up on Dylan Lant now. That'll be an interesting task for Willsy coming off an injury. St Mary's clearing it out there. Dylan Lant gets it down the wing. Oh, he tried to give the don't argue, but the ball spilled across the line.
Yeah, just using his body well there, Willsy, but just
got called for holding the ball, Dylan Lant.
The speed there of Lant. So Burnell plays on, then just puts it up, asking big forward to run to space. Sherwin nearly took the mark. Matiazzo gets hands away. Justin Taylor swinging his opponent around. Page gets it to Matiazzo, couldn't pick it up. Now goes in hard. The umpire says play on, under a little bit of pressure here, the St Mary's defenders. But look at all the numbers they've got out wide. So Brown, just a chip kick. It went about a metre, and then kicked forward there by Barnett, and underneath it all by himself was the Palmerston player, and the handball over the top. Patolo will play on and waltz in and kick his second goal of the game, and Palmerston finally have their fourth goal, and it's close to half time. Well done there to the Maggies. Just a poor kick in the end by the young Ben Brown.
And yeah, the Maggies caught St Mary's short then to get their third goal of the game through Patullo. He's kicked fourth goal of the game. So the score now, Palmerston Magpies 4-26, trailing St Mary's 12-8-80 at the 26-minute mark of the second quarter here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. So
yeah, you couldn't fault St Mary's defenders there. They had the numbers. They thought they'd won the footy and were, sprinting forward, but just Ben Brown's turnover just caught them out of position.
So late in this second quarter here at TIO Stadium, St Mary's with an 9-goal lead.
Yeah, so Conway back into the ruck here for Saints. The one that tap out. Oh, here they go again. Clearance to St Mary's. Coral was getting there. So Jack Lant hit him on the chest against Jacob Lampton, and that'll be a boundary thrown right on the paint of 50. I think Jack Lant's trying to will a free kick, but the umpire's not having anything of it. He's still trying to get the free kick. So there's a report that happened early in this quarter between Jack Lant and Jacob Lampton. Umpire chucks it in. H gets it to Lewis Smith. Under a bit of pressure back there was Dorset. And again over the boundary line. So a lot of tired players out there looking forward to half-time. We've gone nearly 27 and a half minutes into the second quarter. St Mary's lead 80-26.
Yeah, it was a really hot first quarter after the rain and the sun came out, so I'm sure they're looking forward to the half-time break. Corowa coming over the top in the ruck now, bounces in front of Seth Harris for St Mary's, gets the handball off, gets it back, but he's crunched by Waylon Davey, who wraps him up in a tackle. Corowa, so kick away, and both the players in the goal square tap it across for a behind for St Mary's.
Looks like Waylon's going to have the kick-out duties. Hurry up to gets the footy. I don't see it very often as the siren goes, so he misses out on a stat there, Waylon Davey.
Kicked it anyway. Well, an interesting first half here in this men's Premier League game. It is St Mary's 12-8-80 who take the lead at halftime 4-26. What did you make of the first half, Tash?
Yeah, the first 10 minutes I was impressed with Maggies and the changes that made. Parry up forward, and they got the first 4 clearances of the game, but then St Mary's really swung back the momentum and kicked the 5 goals in that quarter. They kicked the next 3, and it's just all the way of St Mary's, but Magpies, to their credit, kicked 2 goals in that quarter. Unfortunately, it was just that St Mary's had kicked 7 in that quarter.
Yeah, big Tex Corowa with 4 in the first half. We'll go to the halftime break. It is St Mary's with a 54-point lead.
You are one of over 148,000 people living in an area at risk of being affected by a cyclone this wet season. In your cyclone kit, you'll need a battery-operated radio. a torch with spare batteries, enough food, and at least 10 litres of water per person to sustain you and your family for 72 hours or more. All important documentation such as passports, treasured photos, and insurance policies should be kept in a safe and waterproof place. Be prepared this wet season.
Ball comes out. St Mary's go forward, inside forward 50. That's their first inside forward 50. The big man Corowa runs after the footy, kicks a goal and nails the first one. 50 seconds in, if you don't mind. St Mary's on the board, 1 straight 6. The Bombers yet to score. Fantastic. And the best player, I reckon, so far, Edward Puruntatameri, done for the Bombers. They go forward and over the back. And the noted goal kicker, and inside 40 seconds. Lovely goal there. And that was by Roy Cantilla. I reckon he threw that. Gets the ball up to Heenan. Heenan normally very good with the kick. Kicks on goal. Pick up that player. Pick up that player in the middle of the ground. Was that our skipper? I reckon that's our skipper, Brendan Cantilla. What a goal! And in the quarter, tossed in by the boundary umpire. Corowa in front, picked up and does it easy. How easy is this game? Jack Klusky. Conway gets it forward. Handball out. Another handball wide. Not sure why he went wide. See who that player is out there, because that was nice. Teammate forward, Clues.
Into the pocket.
Klusky goes forward. Beautifully done. And number four coming up 3 this term for Jackson Calder. Darley, 1 bounce. Onto the right foot. Got a player forward. In they go. Cantilla runs into an open goal for him and nails it 2 on the trot.
That is exactly what we were looking for from the Tiwi Bombers.
Just the ball out wide to Souter. Souter goes across the face of goal. Dylan Lant, the skipper, kicks on goal and absolutely nails it. Hard after the football, Ted Castle. Ted Castle across the body, looking for Corowa. Corowa, a direct shot on goal, and Tex Corowa.
He's nailed that.
My word, he has. He's got 3. Long way from goal. There's no
Only one man inside forward 50
Corowa
for the
down there. Can Corowa take the mark? He can't take the mark, but he gets the ball, knocks it down, runs his full measure, kicks on the left, and Corowa has done a fantastic job. Well done to him. To Offermans. Brave, very brave there by Vallejo. They lay it off.
Another one.
Handball in, handball running past. Onto the left boot, inside forward 50. Kick on goal. Is that another one?
It is indeed.
Is that another one? It is. That's Jack Klusky. He has 3. That's Roy Cantilla. One way, then the other. Picked up by Rioli. Rioli kicks on goal, but unfortunately across the face. Still in play. Stanley Tipalura across his shoulders, and I reckon he's nailed it. I reckon Stanley has nailed it. He has. Probably too little, too late. Perhaps he rucked, he roved, he got the forward inside forward 50. There goes Calder. Calder gets it out to Lant, and is Lant got number 4?
Oh, he has too. Yes, he has.
He has got number 4. Handball back. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Missed.
There it is. Well, it was a pretty dominant win for St Mary's in the end. 22-14, 146 to the Tiwi Bombers, 10-13, 73.
So we're here on a Friday night for our NAB AFL Auskick, where we run a girls-only option, and the kids are pumped, ready to rock and roll and have some fun with the footy.
We signed signed our daughter up for Auskick because her big brother did Auskick last year and she just loves it. I thought signing her up for a girls only group would be a great chance for her to kind of be with some friends in a comfortable environment.
The thing about a girls only team that I think Zoe really enjoys is that she gets to run around with like-minded girls. They get distracted, they do cartwheels, they hold hands, they sing. It just makes it a bit more of a fun experience.
I like Auskick because I get to play with my sister. We love Auskick!
A number of parents have asked if their daughter has to be in the all-girls group, and they don't. There will be some girls that will naturally just gravitate to brothers or cousins and join the boys group and have just as much fun if it were to be single sex. So yeah, there's definitely options there every Friday night.
My girls just love interacting with the other girls here. They love kicking a footy, they love learning the skills, and they love the hot dog at the end. I love joining in with my girls. I actually can't help myself, and I love to see the skills not only of my kids but of the other kids in their girls only group really developing over the clinic.
Evie just loves playing the games, learning new things. She'll be doing it then for the rest of the weekend, doing her favourite kicks, telling us how many goals she kicked on Friday night.
The best thing about Auskick is that it's really fun. It's lots of fun for them.
Yeah!
Off and running as the hand pass comes over the top to Jackson East. East running in to the open goal, kicks on goal. I think he snuck that inside the goal post. He has. As Ryan parks himself in front, gets the ball down and the ball goes inside 50 now. Ross shrugs the tackle now, runs back towards goal and bangs it through for another Southern Districts goal. Jonathan Ross, he knows where the goals are, Gray. Plenty of Districts players here as Ruska pounces on that. Throws up the hand pass, a long hand pass comes out wide, and here's a chance for Fijo, who throws it across his boot on a check side kick, if you don't mind, from about 30 metres out, and snuck it inside that right-hand goal post for another Southern Districts goal. Middle line, out near the boundary line, he's got a player over the top, just gives that a bit of air, and spills to the ground, and a chance for Wanderers at ground level. Simple, just Matthew Young in the right place at the right time, and just dribbled it through the vacant goal square and through for another Wanderers goal. So Simpson down there took it off hands, got a quick kick into the danger area at the top of the goal square. Here's a chance for Wanderers as it comes to Davidson. He hooks it around the corner. Everyone's got their hands in the air. It's a great finish. And first goal of the second quarter to Wanderers. And just another long hand pass forward by Grace. Gets it back to Bowden. Bowden running through forward 50, finishes nicely once again. So another goal to Southern Districts up on the half volley, and got tackled as he did. And now Fijo out in space again, runs inside 50, kicks long towards goal, straight through the middle once again, and Fijo's finding himself some space and really causing some damage going forward. And this time he did it all himself. Over the top to Schwartz. He does so, and now Schwartz off one step, kicks long towards full forward to Pethybridge at ground level. I almost missed his fist with the hand pass, and it just slid straight into the hands of Roy George, who walks into an open goal. And Southern Districts get their first for the quarter, and in a bit of space plays on straight away. Kicks long towards the goal square, coming over the top, but at ground level, Jonathan Ross was in the right place at the right time as loops the hand pass over the top to Palmer. Palmer kicks long to the goal square. Brander again there. It gets over the back. Clever work at ground level by Bowden. tapped it up in the air to himself, then ran onto it, hooked the ball round and gets himself another goal. So to get out of it, now kicks long down towards Brander, slips through his hands. George at ground level, clever footwork, got it back to Brander. He hooks towards goal. It's going all the way, bounces just inside the goal line and bounces through for another Southern District goal, but aside. Clee runs over the top of it, and so Districts have worked it back. Brander gets rid of his opponent, takes the ball and now snaps towards goal, and he's got himself another one. As just too big and strong and clever, and finished it himself. 6.5 forward and gets on the end of this. He's looking to give it off. Fijo has found some space, and he'll just waltz in and have a shot for goal, and easy as you like, finishes like that, and line and throw in once again. As the siren goes.
As I said, yeah, the finger's been depressed a bit more, and that's the end of the game. Southern Districts have won by 72 points out here at TIO Stadium. And
looking for Cammy Eilert. What a grab by the legend. Eilert spots up a teammate, Brody Philo, on his own in the goal square, runs in and kicks a very easy goal, Brody Philo, and doesn't he love it? Doubt. And the Nightcliff player loses his feet. Mitch Robinson scoops it up, chucks it on the boot. He's got players there, but a punch away by Nightcliff. But Buffaloes have kicked their first goal of the evening.
Not sure where that's come from, Liz, actually. There was just a whole bunch of players there.
Their attack. Stokes running back now. That's Aaron Stokes this time. Kicks across the face of goal. Dangerous there. Nightcliff pick it up and they kick a quick goal in response. And so right in front of the Nightcliff Sports Club. Tigers able to take it out, a chain of messy handballs, but Philo gets it again and puts it through for an easy goal within the first 30 seconds of this second quarter at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. In fact, I think it was Cody Zust again for the Darwin Buffaloes and Lee Crossman for the Nightcliff Tigers. So back underway now, and it's Nightcliff who get the handball out. Huge kick there. The camera just trying to pick up who it was, and another goal to the Nightcliff Tigers. He's looked up and saw Nicky Yarran in the middle. Yarran takes the mark over the top, and he's got Mitch Robinson out wide. Robbo just puts it on the boot. On the right, the goal umpire doesn't move, and Mitch Robinson has put it through for the Buffaloes' second goal of the game. Body work to work the player off the ball there by Blake Coleman. He's got the ball back. He's going to run in nice and easy, and he's kicked a goal. So Buffaloes get 2 in a row for the first time all evening through Blake Coleman. Work it out through a chain of handballs. A kick in now to their forward line. There's a one-on-one, and the player over the back has it, turns around, has a shot on goal, and it's gone through for a response by the Nightcliff Tigers. And of the Darwin Buffaloes, great family. Buffs now with the quick handballs. No clear possession, but kicked off the ground, and it is a goal. It's a goal for the Darwin Buffaloes. Pick it up now, Coco Nicky. He spins one way, spins the other, the former Nightcliff Tiger player, and hits up Blake Coleman down the Nightcliff Tiger Sports Club end. Kicks it, puts it through. The Buffaloes are in front for the first time all game at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter. Kick to the safe hands of Coleman, gives off the quick handball now to Tyrese Raymond. That mark unable to be taken. Raymond gets it back. He runs on goal. He kicks a goal, and the crowd has gone wild. Darwin Buffaloes. Tyrese Raymond with a beautiful running goal now. And Robbo needs to run hard here, and the bouncers favoured him. He's got Daniel Stafford on his own. He's going to run into goal. Big Daniel Stafford. He takes a bounce. He shows the opposition the ball, and he kicks it through. And the Buffaloes have kicked another goal. Daniel Stafford with some entertaining football there.
Something here.
high throw in. Stafford just belting it down for Buffaloes. Tigers in front of goal and they've kicked it.
Huge.
Tigers have kicked a goal.
Can hear the cheers from the far side.
He kicks out wide on the wing just for the safety. And there's the siren. Darwin Buffaloes have defeated the Nightcliff Tigers here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. 12-6, 78 to the Tigers, 11-5, 71. What a game of footy.
Look.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin on beautiful Larrakia country for the second half of this Round 8 Men's Premier League game between the Palmerston Magpies and St Mary's. Liz Cruz and Tash Medbury in the commentary box, and Tash, a pretty impressive opening half for St Mary's.
Yep, they had 7 goal kickers, and Tex Korowa, big full forward, has kicked 4, 2 in the first quarter and 2 in the second, and there's been 4 goal scorers for Palmerston Magpies, and Josh Patolo has 2. So straight away out of the middle, Dylan Lant drives it forward, lands in the arms of his teammate down there in Offermans. Offermans plays on quickly, and there's that man again, Korowa. They cannot stop him. So he's on a 45-degree angle. He had a shot similar at this end, so he's kicked 4 goals, but probably missed 2, I think.
Yeah, he has, and I did go and check with the scorers at halftime, and it wasn't Bo Tedcastle, it was Chad Bertrand, so he's kicked 2 as well, so we're just adjusting our team sheets there, but Big Tex Corowa will kick within the opening 40 seconds of this third quarter. Big kick, it's going to fall a bit short, still in play, St Mary's. Player gets slung, I think there's been a free kick.
So I think that looks like 12.
I think it's Offerman's, is it? Getting 39. He's going to go and get his own ball. It is Charlton Offerman, so he'll have a free kick from right in front of goal.
Looks a bit sore. There's Klusky sort of limping a little bit. Yeah, no one went and got the footy for him. Had to go get his own footy. Jack Land didn't move.
So Offerman's had a big week for St Mary's last week as well, and kicked 1 goal but had 22 possessions as well, so he'll take an easy shot from right in front of goal, but we'll wait and see until he kicks it. Charlton Offerman's with the opening goal of the third quarter for St Mary's at the 1.5 minute mark.
Yeah, that easy goal, just a good inside 50 again, and Corowa took an uncontested mark and then delivered the footy in, and a free kick in the end for a sling as he kicked the ball. But again, Corowa was looking very dangerous down there, so they've got Dowsett again on him. He just is marking everything that that's kicked towards him.
He is. Fella. So the score 13-8-86. St Mary's leading the Magpies 4-2-26, a 60-point margin. And Offerman's his first season for St Mary's. He played 1 game for Palmerston last year, but he's played VFL for the Brisbane Lions and Southport and NEFL for the Gold Coast Suns. So pretty good footy resume there by Charlton Offerman's.
Back in the middle. Toa against Peach. So the umpire bounces a terrible bounce once again. Chuck it up, Bumpy, chuck it up.
Must be the day for it. So it's been a slow start to this third quarter despite that goal. So Toa now just hitting it over the top of Peach. Both teams just kicking the ball off the ground. Dylan Lant goes to ground, looking at the umpire for a free kick, but Palmerston now working it out through the handballs to Peach. Gets the kick away, still inside the centre square. Kieran Parnell now picks it up, gives it off to Dylan Lant, sprints away, puts it on the left. He's got a number of options down there. Bo Tedcastle over the back, but it is Jacob Lampton that comes out with the ball.
Yeah, he just kicked it anywhere that he could, and it's close to the boundary line. Burnell gets there just to touch it before it goes out. Otherwise, they would have been screaming for deliberate. So boundary throw in 40 around here from the St Mary's goal, under a pressure already here, the back 6 for the Palmerston Magpies. And going in the ruck here is Corowa. A little bit further out from goal, but the last time he went in the ruck, he just got rid of his opponent and plucked it and kicked the goal. But this time, Ashton Hams was dumped after he kicked the footy. The umpire said that was okay. Parry couldn't take the mark, and St Mary's are going to go back inside their 50 from 52 metres out. It's going to land at top of the square. Calder got his mitts up and he takes it. So Calder, yeah, at the top of the square there, and just read the flight of the footy. And good work there to the St Mary's player that just put it to the top of the square. Could have blazed away at goal, but gave his forwards an opportunity, and Jackson Calder should go back and nail his second. Kicked 1 in the first quarter. Usually bank your house on it, and Calder kicks his second. So St Mary's kick their 14th goal of the game, and now they're leading by 11 goals.
Yeah, big Jackson Calder. He's played up here for a number of seasons now, relocating to the Northern Territory, but he's originally from Morning Peninsula in Victoria. He's played in premierships all around Australia. He played for the Cairns Lions in 2022 and won premierships at St Mary's. He won the league leading goal kicker the same year and the Cheney medal in the grand final. So what a season that was for Jackson Calder, the champ, as they call him. And my kids, when we got a puppy last year, named our dog after him, the Champ. So I run around the backyard saying Champ. So similar personalities too. The Blue Healer and St Mary's full forward. The score now 14-9, it says on the scoreboard, 93. We'll just get that adjusted on the screen to 4-2-26.
They're going forward here. Burnell bounces kindly, goes back to Hams. Hams will tip it over, looking for the ruckman. Peach couldn't take it. Good body work by Parry. Puts it out in front of Wilsey. Wilsey back after a couple of weeks missing with some rib injuries, or soreness, I should say. And that goes, unfortunately, it's hit him below the knee and gone out of bounds on the full. So
that's why he looked like he was in pain. I thought he'd done an injury, but it was because the ball went
unfortunately, and St Mary's here kick it in. Just a chip 15 metres now, just a chip over the top, but read there by Hamsey, I think that is. So he's had a bit of leather poisoning today.
Yeah,
Ashton.
he was the leading possession getter for Palmerston last week, 25 possessions.
Goes sideways to Boyle. Not much movement, looking for Patolo to move. Now he does. Jungwing done well. Burnell spins around. Big Powers there. Got over the shoulder there. The umpire let it go. Thought it should have been a free kick to Big Power. Coming out is Ben Brown. Looks to Toa. Toa to the hand pass over the top to Vallejo. Has a bounce. Can have another but doesn't. Probably should have. And cut off there by Mulholland for the Palmerston Magpies.
Mulholland looks inboard, but it's dangerous kick and it's chopped off by St Mary's through Offermans. It just wasn't the right option then. Offermans now is going to send it inside 50. He's got Jackson at Calder, but the kick doesn't quite get to him. But Jack Lant picks it up, puts it on the boot and puts it through for another goal for St Mary's, and that's his second.
Yeah, poor turnover there by Mulholland and just caught Palmerston defenders out of position, and easy goal there to Jack Lant.
So dangerous around goals, the Lant brothers. They certainly know how to find them. The score now, St Mary's 15-9-99 to the Magpies 4-2-26.
Yeah, St Mary's are tied for the highest disposal efficiency at 74% alongside Nightcliff. That's a pretty good stat to have. 74% efficiency. That's
killing
that's
the
great.
stats today. Tash doing a great job with those.
Yeah, thanks to Ryan. Hard work putting those together, but I reckon the coaches will be listening and noting those down.
So Jack Lamp with the goal. It's his 4th NTFL season, and he coaches Dimboola in the Wimmera Football Netball League in the off-season. He goes back down south. So it's the 8-minute mark of the third quarter here. St Mary's have extended that lead up in the ruck. Now goes Owen Conway on Peach. A high tackle there, not seen by the umpire. St Mary's trying to break it through the middle, and he did see that one, which was a holding without the ball. He says advantage play on. Kieran Parnell, cool, calm and collected, just puts it on the boot looking for his captain, Dylan Lamp, but some good defensive work by the Magpies. They try and get it out, but St Mary's regain momentum. Bodie Sauter tapping it out in front of him now in side 50. Little handball to Dylan Lant. Chucks it on the left, and that's another goal to St Mary's. Jack Lant, followed by his brother Dylan Lant.
Yeah, too easy then, and the Magpies players, they just went in to put pressure on the top of the 50 there, and they didn't chase their opponents once and went into the 50, and they just had all the numbers around the footy, St Mary's, and they could have raffled it off, and they gave it to the captain, as you do. You always give the footy to the captain if they're yelling out for it, and he'll reward you, and he's got 3 goals already in this game.
Yeah, and good work there by Bodie Sauter just to keep that ball out in front of him and get the hands off in his first season for St Mary's. So the score now 16-9, 105. St Mary's leading the Magpies 4-2-26. That margin's blown right out now, Tash.
Yeah, it has, and there's been probably a majority of their losses this season, unfortunately, for the Maggies have been over 100 points, and you know, they keep turning up each week, and, you know, we've spoken about the Wanderers women's side as well that keep turning up each week, and, you know, we have full respect for that, but, you know, it gets to a point where it's so hard and relentless, but, yeah, you just got to keep going.
Well, Palmerston now with the centre clearance, kicking it out wide to Trey Bennell. He's just on the wing in front of the Morris Rioli grandstand. He's going to go sideways now.
The lure, good running there by the young fella. Give him an option. Now he doesn't have much to kick to. He plays on a bit, used his full measure. Pack of players. Big Brown went down, but then coming out of the pack there was Stenning. Stenning into the corridor, bounces kindly for Hams. Then he gives the handball to the big ruckman that was looking away. Now he's outnumbered. We'll have to go back to Rudd. Rudd will go back again to Dowsett. Dowsett just drives it into the forward 50. Mongrel kick in. Sometimes that can work for you, but it doesn't. St Mary's with the turnover. They've got the overlap. Korowa gives it to his teammate, running pass in Stouter. Kicks it in at the back and cut off there by Mulholland for the Palmerston Magpies.
Yeah, he's working hard today, Mulholland, and that's a positive that the Magpies can take out of it, getting that senior experience. Switches the play now to the far side over in front of the Wanderers shed.
Yeah, Hamsy.
How old's Hamsy? He's about 38-ish. He's doing well. He'll be their leading possession winner today as well. Lewis Smith now with the ball in the pink boots. Easy to spot today. Just slowing it down. Kicks along the wing. Both players fly. It goes over the top, and Kieran Parnell tries to pick it up, but fumbles it across the line.
Yeah, tries to convince the umpire, but so throw in centre wing. I think Hamsy is 36.
Oh, sorry, Hamsy.
36.
Put an extra year or so on him.
Had a look at it. I'm trying to work
1986.
He's 6 years younger than me, so
just gave away your age, Tash.
I'm 44 in 6 weeks, so I feel it too.
St Mary's now regain possession. Harry Ling gives the handball off to Stenning. Stenning gives it to Churgwin running through the middle. He leaves it behind, but Stenning picks it back up. They've got Ben Brown now all on his own on the wing. He slows it down. Little chip kick. I don't think it was 15, and it goes to Korowa. Korowa picks it up, puts it inside 50. There's a St Mary's player there, and Jack Lant has marked it hard up on the wing in front of the Michael Long centre.
Yeah, probably not the right option towards the boundary line there. You had Harris was by himself for an eternity in the corridor, about 40 metres out, but they just didn't spot him up and went further out wide to the left there.
So Jack Lant's hard up against the fence there. We used to call that the Darren Ewing pocket when back in the Thunder games. He could always kick a goal from there. Shout out to Buff, who'll be watching on from Gove. Jack Lant now running in, puts it on the right, goes across the face of goal, misses everything, and he's out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, the direction that he ran has ended up where he kicked it, so umpire was a bit late calling him to the play on as well because he ran off his mark, but there was no call. So free kick here going to Hamsy. No, he's got to swap it over. So Barnett with the kick out, and then hits Parry. He's got Matiazzo inboard. Ignores that. He's going to go further afield, and it's close to the boundary line. I think it's gone over on the full. So costly turnover there, the Maggies.
Robinson now will take the kick for St Mary's. Just a little chip kick to the safety of Zach Robinson. No relation, but they seem to like kicking it to each other, the two Robinsons. Zach Robinson now kicking it inboard. Dylan Lant goes under. He's dragged off it and been awarded the free kick. So Dylan Lant will take a shot on goal from just outside 50. Will he play on, Tash, like he likes to do? He doesn't like a set shot.
Yeah, they're not away to it either, the Maggies here. You can't see anyone sort of standing on the perimeter of where you're allowed. And
he's gone a long way back, though.
Yeah, I think with this one, with the man being the man on the mark about 40 or 43 out, he should be right to just kick this one from about 48. I think his distance is about 50, 55 maybe. That's when he tries to run and get the momentum behind him. There he goes.
Dylan Lant on the left sends it in. He got the distance, but not quite the accuracy. So another behind for St Mary's.
So Dowsett with the kick-out duties. I haven't called Waylon Davey yet in this quarter. Spot up kick here, looking for Boyle. Plays on Dowsett.
Can see Waylon there in the pocket on Xavier Vallejo. Over the top was the flyer, but St Mary's get it away again through Bertrand. He's been good today. Loose ball at the top of the goal square. Ted Castle goes in. No one picks it up. It goes out the back to Jack Lant. Puts it on the boot. Puts it on the right. It goes up high, up and under it. Dylan Lant's underneath it, but it's punched away by the Palmerston defence.
Yeah, Rudd got up high then, but unfortunately for him, when he punched it, it didn't go through for a behind. It's actually gone out in the left forward pocket, so it's going to be a boundary throw in, another opportunity to St Mary's. Another opportunity here.
Yeah, dangerous for Palmerston. The throw in there. The Palmerston player Peach in front, but a kick to the wing. St Mary's will be the first to get there. They keep it in. Handball backwards to Brown, but the boundary umpire says
it was high.
It was high.
Yeah, it just slid up there, and Again, just ill-discipline. Wasn't needed.
So Harry Ling kicks inboard to Seth Harris. He turns around quickly, puts it on the right. He's got Korowa there. Beautifully weighted kick. Korowa takes the mark.
Yeah, not
he just
much
read it well.
Forward. I think that was Dowsett that was trying to run back, and it's 50.
Wow.
So something might have been said there.
Well, this should be a certain goal for Big Tex Korowa, and it should be his 5th goal. He runs in nice and easy, puts it through, and that's 5 goals to Tex Korowa. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and his 5th in the third quarter.
Yeah, just too easy there. And once again, just with the amount of ball that's going into that forward 50, it's so hard for the defensive 6 to set up. Need more pressure in the midfield so the ball's not going in that easily and that quickly. But yeah, when you've got a quality side like St Mary's, as we said, with their kicking efficiency, they're ranked 3rd for inside 50s. Their marks inside 50s is right up there as well. So, you know, that showcases and is showing on the scoreboard.
So 5 goals to Tex Korowa, and the score now, St Mary's 17-10, 112, leading the Magpies 4-2-26 at the 16.5-minute mark of the third quarter. Back underway. Jake Toa in the ruck, going up against, that's power for Palmerston, but we'll take it back again, Tash.
Yeah, the players here will give it back to the goal umpire. I think they just get frustrated because they set, then they have to reset.
Yeah, it chews up a lot of time too, so another throw up in the middle. Power and Toa both going at it. There's been a whistle for holding, and it's going to go St Mary's way. Looks like Seth Harris in the middle for St Mary's.
He had Korowa on then, but just chips it. Klasky. He's going to go further afield to Vallejo. He can play on and then just lowers his eyes and hits up a target. I think that is, who was that?
Garner. Yeah.
Haven't really called him much today, but looks like he's going to go back. Man on the mark's about 45 from goal, so we'll kick this from about 50. Breeze coming into his face, so it's kicking into a slight breeze. And let's see.
First season of NTFL for Joel Garner. He shares his name with one of the West Indies' great fast bowlers, but he puts this one on the left, hits the goal square, punched away by the Palmerston Magpies, but only as far as Jack Lant. Hard up against the boundary line, but it's gone through.
Korowa was screaming out for the ball by himself in the corridor, and I reckon that's what Waylon Davies let him know all about. He's burnt his teammates.
Oh dear.
If someone's going to remind you about that, it's going to be Way. So kick out duties here. Dowsett kicks it to Way, just in the pocket, plays on, quickly kicks it to Lewis Smith, and just a rush kick there. And again, this is the second time they've kicked it out of bounds on the full, coming out of half back.
Kieran Parnell now with the kick in, but chopped off well there by Jacob Lampton. Palmerston still trying to work it out. Dylan Lant busts through everyone, tries to pick up the ball, but just chucks the handball over the top for the runners. Korowa picks it up, good a handball out wide to Klasky, turns around and kicks a beautiful goal. Jack Klasky for his first of the day.
Yeah, Korowa had 3 teammates that he could have handballed it to. He handballed it to the one that had the most space, and Klasky just put it on the right boot and threw the big sticks. But just smart footy there. You could have given it to the first one or the second one, but they didn't have as much space as what Klasky did. So good awareness there by the big fella.
Yeah, Jack Klasky, he's back. He missed last season for St Mary's, but played in the Premiership the season before. So he's played a bit of sample footy for Port Adelaide and Glenelg, but playing for Maipalonga Football Club in the River Murray Football League down in South Australia this season. He's best mates with Kieran Parnell when Kieran went down there for boarding school, so loves coming up to Darwin and staying with the Parnells to play footy. So almost the 20-minute mark of the third quarter at St Mary's, 18-11, 119, Magpies 4-2-26.
Maggies with the clearance. Need to get in front here, and again, well read there by St Mary's. Wing comes through. Calder on the bounce. Back to a teammate, Ted Castle. Ted Castle with an inside-out kick to Big Korowa. Korowa plays on from 55 out, looking for Calder. Calder put the mitts up, couldn't take it. Xavier Vallejo gives it to Klusky, and he's got his second within a minute. So Klusky kicks his second. St Mary's kicked their 19th goal of this game. 119 plays 26. We've gone 20 and a half minutes in the third quarter. We still have another quarter left. It's almost getting like a massive T20 cricket score.
It is 19-11, 125. So 99-point lead to St Mary's over the Magpies. We knew it would be a one-sided game, and St Mary's in that sort of top 2-3 teams. There's not much setting them apart at the top of the men's Premier League ladder.
Yeah, percentage will count. There's been some really big wins across the board by the top teams. So percentage, of course, is important. But they kicked 5 goals in the first quarter, St Mary's, and 7 in the second. And they've got 7 in this third so far, and we haven't finished yet.
And I was looking at their stats, and they're ranked third for inside 50s, but more importantly, they're second highest for accuracy inside 50. So
here they go again.
Here they go again through Bo Tedcastle. Nice and easy. Puts it on the boot. I think that one has
snuck in. He has. Just waiting for the goal umpire. We're waiting. Finally.
So Bo Tedcastle with his second of the day in the third quarter. 2 goals inside a minute for St Mary's, and that score extends now. 20 goals, 11, 131. The Magpies 4-2-26. So 105 point margin to the green and gold of St Mary's.
Yeah, he becomes St Mary's 7th multiple goal scorer. So Dylan Lant with 3, Jack Lant's got 2, Jackson Calder's got 2, Chad Burant has 2, Corowa has 5, Tedcastle has 2, and Klusky has 2.
And Kieran Parnell, the only individual goal kicker with 1.
And Offermans.
And he's a backman. Offermans as well, sorry. So ruck.
Hey, Willsy.
Clearance. Philip Wills trying to kick it off the ground. Dylan Lant hot on his heels. St Mary's now with the big handball through Harry Ling. But there's a number of Palmerston players there. The big ruckman trying to do it all. Number 11 for Palmerston, Peach. Palmerston go backwards. Now just trying to settle it down. Ashton Hams now putting it inside 50, but it's a 2-on-1 and it goes over the top of everyone. Palmerston picking it up. Waylon Davey just taking them head on, but he's tackled by St Mary's and brought to ground, and he gets up angry about that one. Not happy that he got caught with the ball.
No, it was a good tackle, good front-on tackle there by Vallejo. Picks out his ruckman,
Toa giving it back to Xavier Vallejo. He's got the runners now. Seth Harris going backwards. He got out of trouble there. He's going to centre it, looking for Dylan Lamb, but it goes over the top. Ashton Hams with a diving almost mark there. Big Justin Turner couldn't quite pick it up, but now they've got the runners, and that's Riley Boyle for Palmerston. Players just flying for the ball everywhere. Wayway's throwing his weight around now. Yeah, Palmerston coming up with the ball. The umpire says play on.
I thought there was a whistle in all that. They all stopped, and then a shot on goal, 1-on-1. Tap to advantage here, Patolo. Lewis Smith taken to ground. Robinson will get it back to Brown. I think it was Brown that put that tackle on Whalen as well. And just finds a teammate there in Stenning. They'll just slow things down here a little bit, St Mary's. And why wouldn't you, with the score what it is? Lant just a chip over the top to his teammate Stelter. Stelter goes inboard. There's Big Coro again, and they've got the overlap. Klusky can move it forward, just puts it to space, asking Offermans to get there. It bounces in front of him. He's got a bit of time and space, can straighten up, and he's missed it. He had too much space, and there's a bit of stuff on back play. Hits a Calder, I think, has picked himself up a free kick for a high.
Yeah, he just patted the Palmerston opposition on the head.
No, he's got the free kick. He was taken in a chokehold at one stage. Something happened off the play.
So
Calder will have the free kick.
Yeah. So we'll go back to a Jackson Calder. So that point won't count. I think.
No, that won't count. We'll come back.
No, it is downfield. So it looks like Chad Bertrand will take the free kick downfield, and he put it through for a goal. He's kicked 2 already today, and that's his 3rd for Chad Bertrand.
Yeah, just a bit of ill-disciplined young Rudd. Still trying to get in Calder's face. Just the experience there.
Not much ruffles Jackson Calder. He's a pretty... He's a pretty cool, calm and collected customer. Pretty funny guy, not much ruffles his feathers. So he'll be happy with that. Score now, St Mary's 21, 11, 137, leading the Magpies 4-26. So 25.5-minute mark of the third quarter, and that score has really blown wide open. It was 54 points, the margin at halftime, and now it's 102, 112.
9 goals in this quarter. So Magpies will be looking forward to this siren, but there's still another quarter left.
So 112-point margin late in this third quarter.
Peach, bit of holding both ways. Umpire let it go as he should. Oh, good tackle there by Peach. Should be holding the footy, but I think he's popped out his shoulder, I think.
Oh, no. Palmerston missing Ryan Wharf today. I've watched Wharfie a few times this season.
And Lucas Edmonds, it's been really good for them as well. I know his shoulder's all right, just a bit sore, thankfully, for Harris.
Yeah, Seth Harris now. Chopped off well there, though, by Riley Boyle for Palmerston. Kicks it inside 50, looking for Waylon Davey, but Robinson running back and Wayway just holding on to him, so he didn't play on quickly.
Kick sideways here to Stenning. Stenning has Brown close to the boundary line.
There's 4 St Mary's players. They've just lost their man.
So going in the corridor, risky kick but pays off. Derwin gets the mark, and he's got a player running through the corridor that can take this ball and run. That's Stenning. Stenning long to Korowa. Korowa just gets rid of his opponent. Couldn't take it on the second grab. Gets the hands out to a teammate. And looked in. Rudd's dropped it. Calder's gone in to put the block on. Picked up here. Who's that? Calder kicks it, and
Jackson
he's going to get the last half as he's
celebrating
laying on the ground.
Jackson Calder with another goal for St Mary's, and his third for today.
And who's that? That looks very, very sore. Now gets pulled to his feet now.
It's Charlton Offerman's.
Calder is as easy as you like. He can do everything.
I hope the photographer got that, because it'd be a great photo lying on his back celebrating. There was a number of players on the ground then after that one. But the score now, St Mary's 22-12, 144. Leading the Magpies 4-26.
10 goals now in this quarter to St Mary's. I hope it's not a 10-goal quarter next quarter, because it's going to be a big score. So back in the middle. 28 minutes gone in this third. Umpire tosses it up. Going a bit early was Conway. Tapping it to himself. There was Ling, I think that was. He's going to go back in, and Garner. Sorry. Chip to Hams. Hams on centre wing. Goes inboard to Page. Doesn't get to him. He needs to give it. He just rode the bump. Then goes to Patolo. And coming.
Being a free kick.
Yeah, chopping of the arms front on. So free kick going to Josh Patolo.
Yeah, just running back into the player there. So a free kick for Palmerston. I'll tell you what, Page, the big ruckman, he's done well for Palmerston today. He's very mobile, running around the ground and giving it his all, but it is Palmerston who will have a shot on the three-quarter time siren through, is that Patullo?
Yep.
So he's kicked 2 today, 1 in the first, 1 in the second.
So siren's gone for three-quarter time. Can he kick? Been scoreless in this quarter, the Palmerston Magpies. So if he gets something, and he's hit the post halfway up. So at least they got a score in this quarter, but Liz.
Well, it is three-quarter time, and St Mary's piled on 10 goals in the third quarter to lead at three-quarter time, 22-12, 144 to Palmerston, 4-3-27. We'll go to the three-quarter time break and be back for the last quarter after these messages. Welcome back to TIO Stadium for the final quarter of this round 8 game between the Magpies and St Mary's. The three-quarter time score blew out 22-12, 144 St Mary's way, leading the Magpies for 3-27, 117-point lead. Tash and Palmerston need to look for some positives in this last quarter.
Yeah, there's not too many positives so far to take out of the game, but if they can try and match this first quarter or at least try and win it, they only kicked a point in that last quarter, unfortunately. Wilsey missed the ball and everything. St Mary's with the turnover, hands, gets it back to Power. Lewis Smith. I think he's been their best player today along with Hamsey and Patolo. Good body work. Just protected the ball drop there and took the mark. He kicked the only point of Palmerston's score right on three-quarter time and hit the post halfway up. He's kicked 2 goals, one in the first, one in the second. They really need this, the Palmerston Magpies. As we said, not going to win the game, but the positives to take out to the training track and, of course, next week.
Yeah, I agree. Lewis Smith's been fantastic right from the opening bounce for the Palmerston Magpies. Patullo runs in, though. It's a big kick. It's a good-looking kick, and it goes straight over the goal umpire's head, but has indicated behind. So behind to start the final quarter of this game between the Magpies and St Mary's, and Harry Ling looks to bring it back in for the green and gold.
Yeah, they've been pretty good from their kick-outs as well, St Mary's.
Harry Ling, another one from Geelong, from St Mary's in Geelong. Saints now bringing it through the middle, looking for Seth Harris there, drops the mark but manages to pick it up. Spins around his player and puts it on the right. The lead of Tex Corowa goes over the top, and it's Palmerston who should mop it up and clear it out along the wing. The safe hands now of the ruckman, big Benjamin Power, in front of Jake Toa. Kicks back inboard to Ashton Hams, as they've done all day. Bit dangerous here, Palmerston, going across the defensive 50 and clearing it out the far side to Lewis Smith again. He takes a bounce down the wing, takes another one. Gets the kick away now, inside 50 for the Magpies. Robinson with the big fist from behind for St Mary's. Palmerston with a handball backwards, but there's 4 St Mary's players back there, so
a bit of pressure put on here.
Pressure. They should work it out though, the Saints.
And just runs around Andrews, so they've come out, they've got all the numbers. There's 4 by themselves. Parnell can take it and keep running. He does. He has a bounce, seeing what comes to him. And up to centre wing, the boundary line beats both players, and it's over for a boundary throw-in. So Husky got there, but Honoldy's hammer was Mulholland.
Yeah, he's tried hard today, Mulholland, for the Magpies, so getting some experience under his belt.
So boundary throw-in, ruck set, shallow. Getting there was Peach. Tried to take Dylan Lant off the footy, gets it back, Lant, and balls to Klusky. Klusky will give it back to Dylan Lant, close to the boundary line. How does it bounce? Kindly for Calder, but over the top was Rudd. And they've had a good battle, them two, all game.
They have. So in a high-scoring game, yeah, Jackson Calder's kicked 3.
Yeah, he's kicked 3. Yep.
Tex Corowa kicked 5. So 8 goals between them in the forward line for St Mary's. The throw-in now. And it's Calder doing the ruck work, taps it down, but it's cut off by Jacob Lampton. He puts it high on the boot, but Ben Brown is all on his own for St Mary's and takes an uncontested mark. Plays on now, kicking it in to Chad Bertrand, being good today.
Oh, good mark. Rudd, these two.
The mark paid to Jackson Calder. And it's been a good battle, as you said, though, Tash. Entertaining.
Yeah, it has been. Hasn't taken a backward step, Rudd. He's only 23.
Good experience against Jackson Calder.
Yeah, it is. If you want to be taken to the footy, it's a good lesson. He's done a few good things as well, Rudd.
Jack Klusky offering the lead, but Calder's going to have this shot on goal from the 50-metre line. Puts it on the right. It's looking okay. He's kicked a goal, the champ, and he puts the finger up in the air to the St Mary's crowd. You can probably hear them in the background, and a 4th goal to Jackson Calder.
Yeah, easy goal there, and basically, I mean, not easy to kick from there, but easy for Calder. If someone's going to kick it, it's him. But 4 casual goals, been really casual today, and that's what I like.
He's a casual bloke.
Yeah, he just, just goes about like You know, but with Corowa that's leaning on the goalpost, I must say, up the other end, that's just been told that he's swapping with someone who wants a drink. But just with him playing deep as a full forward, I just feel that Calder is having a better game around the half forward there. He just, when he's down deep, don't get me wrong, he still kicks bags and he's a great full forward. But I just find that he has more freedom and doesn't get the number one defence person.
Yep, and he's within range too, even if he's on the 50. It suits him fine. They're working well, the tall timbers. So back underway, and it's Palmerston that win the ruck tap that time, but St Mary's pick it up and wrapped up there by Lewis Smith. I agree, Tash. I think he's been the best on for Palmerston today, and Peach in the ruck's been good too. Lewis Smith taking it out now for Palmerston, looks downfield for Parry, but St Mary's with the weight of numbers just tapping it back to Churgwin. Gets the handball off, gets it back, gives it off again, and now St Mary's will get the kick away, looking for Offermans, but doesn't quite manage to hold on to it. Blake Cook now for St Mary's.
Good work to
across the line.
Hamsey to get across there as well and just put the pressure on, and it went over the boundary line. I thought they were on. They had the overlap there, St Mary's, but they've caused a stoppage here. The Palmerston Magpies just forward at centre wing for St Mary's. Umpire tosses it in. Peach tries to win front position, but Torah at the back. Picked up here by Saints. Once again, it comes in. Chopped off by Lewis, smashed out of his hands. Lampton goes to pick it up now. Number of players around this footy. Now it comes out. St Mary's at every opportunity trying to hit it to space, which works for them. Lampton gives it to Peach. There's that man again, Lewis Smith. Like to know how many he's racked up today. Patolo with a one-hander plays on after taking the mark and then hits the St Mary's defender on the chest. Was trying something different. It didn't work. Bennell stole it from the St Mary's player, running into the goals, and will kick it is Marika. So Denzel Marika been really quiet today and has that X factor for the Palmerston Magpies, but just hasn't been able to utilise it today, but gets his goal on the board.
Yeah, I think it's his first season of NTFL footy, Denzel Marika, I think from Arnhem Land. So a nice goal there for him in the fourth corner and a much needed goal for the Magpies. The score 5-4-34. The Magpies trailing St Mary's 23-12, 150, and I was just looking at the live scores around the grounds, Tash, and interesting so far in the men's Premier League game between Waratah and Buffaloes that Waratah are 4 goals in front. So,
and they're playing at home, aren't they? They're at Gardens Oval.
They are at Gardens Oval. The Buffaloes on top of the ladder, so nice close game going on there. So we're back underway here at TIO Stadium. Palmerston with the handball. Out, still in the centre square, but the chase is on, led by a Grigg from Palmerston. Blake Cook gets a handball out, but cut off by Wills for Palmerston, and Big Jake Toa wraps him up. Harry Ling now trying to bustle through, and there's been a free kick paid for holding the ball. So free kick to Palmerston. Harry Ling gets up and says, "What?" As Philip Wills is, I think it's Willsy and Grigg still down in the background for Palmerston.
And Matty so takes that mark just outside the forward 50. Waits for Parry and kicked it over his head. Marika couldn't take it either. Going to ground there was Maggie's player. He's holding his ankle. I think that's Dowsett as St Mary's come away. Corowa gives it to a teammate running past. Chips it up looking for Calder. Couldn't take it. Klusky at the back will dance around his opponent. He got hold of it, got his kick away. Rudd couldn't get a handle on the footy, unfortunately, for the Maggies. Close to the boundary line and out of bounds on the full. So free kick in the back pocket here for the Palmerston Maggies. And next week, big game for St Mary's. They've got the Darwin Buffaloes here, which is will be a ripper of a game, and Palmerston have Pint at home out at Kazali. So
be a big crowd.
Yeah, too. Another hard game for the Maggies.
All the Buff supporters are out in numbers now. Their team's on top of the ladder. You should have seen them all at Nightcliff last week. So I would have thought it was a Buffs home game. St Mary's now with the free kick and a push in the back as he took his kick. The umpire says go back and take it again. So that is Chad Bertrand. He's been really good for Saints today. Centres it, looking for Dylan Lant, but Corowa runs in front of him. Lant's in front now, trying to pick it up. His jumper was held. Handballs backwards to Jackson Calder, who likewise handballs back to Corowa, and he just centres it, and he tries to get Bertrand, but he drops the mark, and all the Magpies players swoop in, and the umpire says, I'll ball it up.
So we're nearly halfway through this quarter, and St Mary's have kicked a goal and Maggies have kicked a goal, so they'll be happy with this if they can just keep this momentum. And just stoppages. I mean, stoppages are going to work the way of Palmerston. Just a little bit over the shoulder there. Umpire let it go. Waylon Davey goes inboard, then tries to ask a lot of Madiazzo. He gets there, though. Had Lewis Smith running for him. He's going to go further afield to Patolo. Gets hands to it. It's a clever mark. Lewis Smith kept running for him. He deserves a goal. If anyone for the Maggies does, it's him. And he has a shot. How does it bounce? And it hits the post. That's the second poster for Palmerston today. And St Mary's a quick play on, as they do, and Parnell takes the mark.
Kieran Parnell now is going to look back inside to Ben Brown. So they're back where they started within the goal square. Brown's going to kick it back to Kieran Parnell. I'm not sure if they realise there's a game going on or they're playing kick to kick.
Here we go, another one.
Yep, Parnell to Lachlan Stenning. So 6 kicks and it hasn't even travelled 10 metres. Cross the face of goal, so dangerous, and just cut off there by Lewis Smith. Gives the handball off into the goal square. The Palmerston player can't pick it up, and St Mary's run back, and that's the danger, Tash, of kicking across the face of goal.
Yeah, but nothing going the way of Maggies. They still couldn't snag one. Waylon Davey on the mark. Again, looking across this time.
Darcy Churgwin now kicks across the face, but marked there, and now they're going to work it around the other side of the ground, St Mary's. They've got Robinson on the wing, takes an easy mark.
Tolo did well to hold him up there because they were away. He can go to Harris, but he's going to go sideways. Kept running there was Ling. Ling through the corridor. Who's long, looking for Jack Lant, bounces beautifully for him, didn't have to break stride, and then puts it at the ankles of his brother. Korowa comes through like a front and centre, like a rover, and drills the goal and kicks his 6th. How's that for a big fella? He took it, stepped inside a couple, and then snapped it. That's what rovers do, front and centre, not the big full forward.
It was like a set
in the ruck.
It was like a set play. It just bounced up perfectly for him.
Wow.
Big Tex Korowa has kicked 6 goals for St Mary's, and that score now 24-12, 156, leading the Magpies 5-5-34. So 10-goal quarter to St Mary's in the third quarter. They've kicked their second now in the fourth quarter, and the Magpies have also kicked one this quarter in a positive for them.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. The kick across, as you said, this was dangerous, but Maggies couldn't make the most of their opportunities, and then bang, goes down the other end, and Korowa does that.
So back in the middle now, a ball up, not a bounce, Tash. And
they've been listening to me.
St Mary's have got Owen Conway in the ruck, taps it over the back to Jack Kluski. Bit of pressure there by the Palmerston defence, but Seth Harris manages to take that. Gives it back to Xavier Vallejo. Back to Kluski, kicks it inside 50, looking for Dylan Lamb, but punched away by Philip Wills of Palmerston.
Yeah, good work, Willsey. There is on Dylan Lant that stayed on the ground. If the ball got over the top, but he read it well and got the punch in there. So another
How many games has Willsey played? 200 or 300?
Oh, he'd be over the 200, maybe.
Yeah, over the 250, I reckon. Yeah. Been a superstar of the NTFL for a long time. Korowa with the tap away. Finds Jackson Calder, but there's Magpies everywhere. He kicks it inboard. Again, Korowa going up high, but the Magpies swoop on it, and Philip Wills kicks it high up and under, out.
Yeah, well done, JT. Made a contest, and that's what happens. It was in between 4 St Mary's players. Madiazzo, does it bounce kindly? It doesn't. They've got the numbers there. No talk, and the umpire said Madiazzo was holding on to him. No, wrong one. So it's going to Parnell. Parnell kicks it to a teammate. Another one out wide. Then drives it into the corridor. There he is, Korowa. Oh, it was stolen away by Calder, but he's kicked the goal anyway. He took it out of the hands of Korowa that was going for the mark, and he kicks it. He's kicked his 5th. So Calder, I thought he was having a bit of a quiet game till half time, and he's kicked his 5th.
I think he's getting jealous of Big Tex's 6 goals, dear. So he thought he would kick another one as well. They both kicked 5 last week, as we said, so Big Jackson Calder with his 50 needs to kick one more to catch up to Tex. The score now, St Mary's 25-12, 162 to the Magpies 5-5. 35 at the 14.5-minute mark of the final quarter here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. You're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2023-24 TIO NTFL season.
Yeah, he read that again, front and centre, and good full forward.
I think Coach Anthony Vallejo would be a very happy man for St Mary's right this minute.
Yeah, definitely. And the best thing as well was to take out, hopefully we've got a little bit of time left, but no injuries. Jack Lant couldn't pick that up. Goes back in for a second crack. Third effort. And he was getting held onto, so he'll get the free kick. Now, that was 3 efforts while he was on the ground, and that's why they were high in stats for ranked 4th in ground ball gets. And here we go.
Jackson Calder.
Is he going to equal Korowa?
Competition is on. Tex Korowa with 6 goals, Jackson Calder with 5. They both kicked 5 last week, so Jackson Calder looking to equal the 6th goal this week. Shrugs the shoulders.
Korowa was on the ground resting. Palmerston players on their haunches, but he's actually sitting on the ground in the shade.
I don't think I've ever seen that before,
of the
Tash.
lights.
I hope the camera picks it up because
you'll see him just come in now.
Actually sitting on the ground. Sorry, Jackson Calder. Calder kicks his 6th goal to equal Tex Korowa's 6 goals as Tex watched on from the ground. So 3 goals in the final quarter for Jackson Calder, and the score now St Mary's 26-12, 168, Magpies 5-5, 35, and that is one of the funniest things I've ever seen at football, Tash.
Well, it must have been like, you know, the bloke had stolen the mark from him and kicked the goal when he could have taken the mark and gone from in front and kicked his 7th goal, but now they're 6 apiece, so I reckon they've got a few bets out there on who's going to kick the most.
Well, Tex just told Seth Harris to go back to the goal square and he's going to stay up at the half-forward line with the champ and Jack Lant. They're all going to try and outmuscle everyone. There's 5 of them standing within 20 metres of each other. Jack Kluskey's another one. So back underway here, and it's Palmerston that win the tap. They get the kick out of the centre, and a diving effort at mark is dropped by the Magpies. Darcy Churgwin mops it up and gets it out wide to Xavier Vallejo.
Vallejo goes over the top to Lant. Dylan Lant, centre wing. He'll go back. Here's your man.
Darcy Churgwin, yep. Yeah, putting it on the right.
Yeah, he's at, that's nearly 50. Oh.
Yeah, he played under 18s for Victoria, Darcy, and he's a highly credentialed footballer. He's only about 21 or 2, so
he reads the ball so well. Like he knows when to go and when not to, and a really good intercept mark. And I reckon that's why St Mary's are high up for intercept marks as well.
Yeah, he's gotten in the best. I think his first game was in round 1, and sort of tried to work out territory football and the weather.
Here we go, Calder.
Well,
he's got the free kick.
Could he lead the goal-kicking list today and kick 7? It's a long way out on a pretty tough angle right in front of the St Mary's clubhouse.
There's Coral Nowens. Jack Lant leads and hits him straight on the chest. So Palmerston just not awake there that he was going to pass it off at any chance, and he did.
So Jack Lant's kick 2, unselfish by Jackson Calder.
So we're just ticking on 18 minutes in this last quarter. They've kicked 3 goals to 1. St Mary's. There's that long run up from Jack Lant. So with the right boot, just stabs at it, and through the big sticks he's got his 3rd, and St Mary's have their 27th goal of this game. 174 plays 35.
So Jack Lant kicked 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Can they kick 30 goals, Tash? Can they reach the 200 mark? There's still...
we've got enough time. Hasn't been as many goals in this quarter, so I reckon we might go 23 minutes, probably about another 5.
So Kieran Parnell running back on for Saints. Xavier Vallejo coming off for a rest. Coming up to the 19-minute mark of this final quarter. Water Runners doing a great job out there today in the pink. Been a hot day at the footy.
Yeah, the shade's nearly covering all the ground here.
We've got Southern Districts and Nightcliff coming up next. Beautiful time of the evening to be playing football. They get the good game today. So we're back underway.
Toa H gets it. A little bit of a hold there. A little bit high, but the umpire didn't see it. Let it go. Ashton Hams in the top 2 players of Maggie's today. Parry's in the middle now after kicking the first goal of the game in about the first minute, just not aware of his surroundings there, and also no talk by the Palmerston Magpies teammates that let him know he was hot. And here's Jack Lant, just kicked one less than a minute ago. He can go back to nail his fourth. Jack Lant, I don't reckon he'll pass it off. What do you reckon?
I don't reckon he'll pass it off either. So he's got that huge, he's just walked back 30 metres. Huge run up, but he's a huge kick as well. So I reckon he'll get the distance, but let's see if he can get the accuracy.
Yeah, he's got a big leg.
Kicks it from about 53 metres out.
That
is a goal. Jack Lant with the goal. Jackson Calder standing under it and puts the two hands up in the air. So Jack Lant has kicked his fourth goal of the day, and Saints march on 28-12, 180 to the Magpies 5-5-35.
If you had to give your 3-2-1 to St Mary's today, Liz, who would you? I mean, you've got Calder that's, kicked 6. Corowa's kicked 6.
Yeah,
but who would you?
Well, in the middle, I mean, Dylan Lant's been good, but Seth Harris has been really good. Nothing's got past sort of the back line. It's a hard one today.
I'd say Corowa.
Yep.
He'd be in there because he kicked two in the first, 2 in the second when the game was still on the line. And he thinks sort of after half time that's where Jackson Calder has kicked his 5 after half time.
I'm happy with Corowa, and Seth Harris for me too. He's been outstanding.
Yep. I reckon Klasky and Dylan Lant as well have been good also.
So Dylan Lant sends it inside 50, and a big mark there for St Mary. Just trying to pick up who it is. I think it is Joel Garner. So it was a great mark. So he hasn't kicked one today, but great mark by Joel Garner. He's having a good season. His first season for St Mary's.
So directly in front, he's going to kick it from about 25, and he nails it. He's got his first goal of the game. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He becomes the 10th goal scorer for St Mary's today.
Yeah, he's played VFL for Footscray, and he's also played Samford for Port Adelaide, so obviously a good footballer. He made his NTFL Men's Premier League debut this season against Wanderers in round 4 this season, and that score now 29-12, 186. St Mary's leading the Magpies 5-5-35. It's do they kick 30 goals, and do they reach 200 points?
I think 200's probably going to be a little bit iffy, but the 30 goals, I think is probably within reach. So just waiting for the ball. They've both gone over the net. So one of the St Mary's kids just went and got the footy, and now they'll come back. Hopefully they just toss it up so we can get on with it.
So the 22.5 minute mark of this final quarter, and I need to get the calculator out to work out the margin, Tash, because I was good at English, not maths.
Umpire tosses it up. Conway's come on now. Dylan Lant read it like a book. Easy clearance. Who's going to mark it? There's a free kick for the push. So who's going to claim it?
It's
Garner. No, I reckon
again.
It's Corowa. I reckon Garner's going to take it. But I reckon Corowa was the closest in vicinity there. It's 151 points, the difference already. So this can make it 157 and kick their 30th goal. So Garner just left of centre. Will kick it from about 35. By the time he kicks it, comes in, stabs at it, and he's got it. They've got their 30th goal. He's got his second. So St Mary's with 10 goal kickers so far in this game, and Joel Garner's got his second within 40 seconds. Dylan Lant was dumped after he had that clearance.
He was. So Joel Garner with his second, so the margin stretches out. St Mary's 30-12, 192 to the Magpies 5-5-35, and 157 point margin now late in this final quarter.
Yeah, 12 goals till half-time St Mary's had, and they've had 18 after half-time. So, yeah, just run out of steam here. The Palmerston Magpies once again. So, a lot of grey hairs, I think, appearing on Joshy Heath's head. Even though he's 40, I think there's a few extras with the score lines the last couple of weeks for the Maggies. Inside the forward 50 once again. Klasky didn't panic with the footy, knew he was getting tackled, had players there. Good work there by Offermans. Comes at the back. Saltar gives it Harris. Harris goes back. Good wing. Oh, and who's that? There he is again. Garner.
So will he kick 3 in a row?
He wants to get on the board as well. So all in this last quarter. So we're just ticking on to nearly 25 minutes. But when we thought there wasn't many goals kicked in this quarter, he's kicking the 9th for St. Mary's.
And going for his 3rd. Joel Garner on the left, straight through the middle. Jackson Calder with the hands up in the air. Joel Garner hadn't kicked a goal all game, and he's kicked 3 in the last quarter.
Yeah, in the last, 3 minutes?
3 minutes. I've run out of room on my score sheet. So St. Mary's extend the lead. The score now 31-12, 198, leading St. Mary's. St. Mary's leading the Magpies 5-5-35, and the margin is 163 points, Tash.
So 9 goals in this last quarter, when I think it was hitting the 10-minute mark of this quarter, and it was 3-1. So they've kicked 6 goals in 10 minutes of footy.
So they had 12 goals to half-time, St. Mary's, and now they've got 31.
Yeah, they've...
killing the stats today, Tash. It's been very
are,
impressive.
We're doing well.
We might get the job again next week. Souter now, bringing it out of the middle for St. Mary's. Klusky running hard at it, but it misses everyone. Goes over the back to Jack Lant, puts it on the boot. He's kicked another goal for St. Mary's, and they've gone over the 200 mark. 32-12, 204 to the Magpies, 5-5-35.
And he's kicked his 5th.
5 goals to Jack Lamp.
So 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and now 3 in this last quarter. So a lot of tired players out there. I think they're all waiting for the siren now. 204-35. We've kicked 10 goals in this quarter, 10 goals in the third quarter as well, St. Mary's. And the Maggies have kicked 1 goal, 2 in this quarter.
So the margin, 169 points in St. Mary's favour. It's the 26.5-minute mark of this final quarter, and the umpire throws it back up. Souter now, the over-the-shoulder handball to Dylan Lant. His doesn't quite reach the intended target, but he went back and got it himself. High up and under. Cora was there, and he marks it. Big Tex Corowa has marked it. He's kicked 6 goals today. It'd probably be fitting if he did finish with the last goal of the game, Tash.
Yeah, I agree. Just being consistent over the 4 quarters of the game, and like I said, he's a big unit up there, and I think just with Calder as well, he works really well. So this will blow it out. 169 points. Wow. Here we go. Can he kick his 7th and become the leading goal scorer of this game? And I think he's kicked it.
Yes,
he has. So he's kicked his 7th. That takes him 1 above Calder. So St. Mary's have absolutely smashed it after half-time.
The score now, 33-12, 210 to St. Mary's. The Magpies, 5-5-35. That margin, 175 points in favour of the green and gold.
So as I said, 10 goal scorers for St. Mary's.
I don't think I've ever written so much in a game.
Yes, there's
a lot going on.
5 for Lant, there's 6 for Calder, 7 for Corowa, and 3 each to Garner, Ted Castle and Dylan Lant, and singles to Offerman, Parnell, and 2 to Ted Castle.
Huge game for St. Mary's, and that will help with their percentage on the ladder.
Big time.
Back underway here. Peach out of the ruck for Palmerston. St. Mary's, though, who try to take it out of the middle now. Coming through is Zach Robinson. Picked up, though, by Palmerston, and inside 50. They've got the numbers down there. Justin Turner can't quite grab it. Darcy Churgwin with the handball backwards. It goes back to Churgwin. Ben Brown's there as well. Churgwin down on his hands and knees. Palmerston kick it out of the air. Waylon Davey now gets it to Marika with the bright boots on. Puts it on the left. Goes across and hits the point post, so it'll be out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, free kick going the way of St. Mary's. Churgwin with the free kick, and it's going to go back. No one's on the mark.
Just looking at the scores at Gardens 2 and Waratahs of 30 points in front of the Buffs, so it looks like they might take the win there.
Yeah,
might
that's
put St
interesting.
Mary's on top of the ladder after this game.
It'll put them up there for a little while.
So the ball now, Jack Lant running to try and get that inside 50 for St Mary's, but it goes across the line.
Yeah, unless Southern Districts have a big win over Nightcliff, then at the end of this round, St Mary's with this percentage will be on top.
So the final siren has gone. It is St Mary's who recorded a huge win over the Magpies. The final score 33-12, 210 to the Magpies, 5-5-35. 7 goals to Tex Corowa, 6 goals to Jackson Calder, and a number of other multiple goal kickers. Tash, your take on the game?
Yeah, it started in the first 10 minutes well for the Maggies, but then after that they just weren't able to get a hold of St Mary's. And when you got 10 goal kickers and 2 that kicked, 1 kicked 7 and 1 kicked 6, it was just too hard for the Palmerston Magpies. But full credit to St Mary's that by the end of this round, I suspect, will be on top of the ladder.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a quick turnover. The quarters went so long in that game, they're nearly ready to start the next one. But a huge win at St Mary's. Big thanks to Tash Medbury for joining me in the commentary box today. My name's Liz Cruz. It's been a pleasure to host you this evening, and tune in for the next game coming up, Southern Districts and Nightcliff, and also next weekend.